morning and welcome to the Steel Toe Evening Show. I'm Aaron, that's April.
Hey.
Look at these two pieces of shit again. 5.5 hours this morning. 5.5 hours. That is nuts. And then a big long nap. And then we live in Minnesota, so it's shoveling snow after that. And then another show.
Good day to me.
Watched Blow for a little bit. Blow is one of those movies where I could probably watch it 1,000,000 times and still not know whether I like it or not.
I think it's okay.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a good movie. I've watched it 3 times. No idea if it's good or not.
I've watched it a good handful of times. It's okay.
Can't tell you.
I just like Johnny.
So we have a very busy show for you. Of course, you guys paid last night to watch Misery Loves Company, Chad Zumock on with Kevin Brennan and Bob Levy. Kevin brings Chad on to make fun of him. Kevin brings Chad on to mock him, to taunt him, to kind of make... He kind of uses Chad in the way that other comedians use openers, which is interesting because Chad is an opener. And
absolutely.
They use them because they know they won't be very good, and it'll make the other person look better. I don't know how else I can classify Kevin bringing Chad onto his show, because every time he comes in there... he's yelled at Chad numerous times for not being any good.
Put him in his place.
Not gotten his... He doesn't yes and anything Chad does. Not that Chad ever says anything funny. It's always like fangirl shit that he says.
Or Chad, I could hang up on you at any time here,
right.
So watch yourself.
Exactly. It's one of those deals where Chad is the master of projection. He does that thing where... He says, these people just want to be Opie and Anthony, or they just want to be Stern. First of all, that's like playing basketball and saying you just want to be like Michael Jordan. What an asshole. But Chad is projecting because Chad, every one of his references to Bob or anybody else or Kevin is like an inside joke from one of their things.
Yes.
Like he's going, right, Kevin? Right, Bob? And they both, it's so funny because they both go with Chad. No.
It didn't
That's
hit.
not it. So it's going to be really great to watch that clip. We're going to do that probably a little closer to 8 o'clock. We're going to let everybody come in, get welcome. We got a couple of shows. Hasan Piker is facing some allegations.
Ooh, really?
Oh, boy.
Anything to do with age 3 at all?
No.
Damn it.
Has to do with underage girls, though. Oh, it's some hardcore accusations. Now, for the record, and I don't want to spoil anything, I don't believe it.
Well...
First of all, they accused Hasan Piker of having sex with a girl.
That is my first instinct, too.
No, that's too heterosexual. I don't buy it.
Too much.
We also have that OnlyFans chick who probably, in my opinion, murdered her boyfriend.
Seems that way.
Some pretty damning evidence coming out against her today. And we've got a guy whose wife was diagnosed with cancer. And I guess he made TikToks. And he thought that the TikTok universe would get his back when he complained that his cancer-stricken wife didn't make the jalapeno poppers. Some people get introduced to the internet in different ways. And some don't have a great go of it their first time around. And also, we put up our interview with Gino Bisconte from today. We put that up as its own video. It was very good. We had a great time with Gino. And like we said, look, it's nothing we didn't say to Gino when we were on with him. Gino does not know the meaning of the term de-escalation.
No. His definition of de-escalation is, dude, we're cool, but, I still hope you kind of get some shit for it.
I know. Like with Pat Dixon, he's like, Pat Dixon and I are cool. I hope he goes to jail, and I hope he turns himself into the police.
I hope he sits there and rots.
But we're cool. We're okay.
I do love him, though.
He goes, these guys have anger issues. I'm like, yes, and people with anger issues should not be around you. And he goes, right, because I like to poke them. I'm like, but that's all we're saying.
We're saying we like you very much, but you don't know how to let it go.
We're now in a stage of our relationship with Gino. It started out with us beefing and fighting and going after each other on each other's shows. Now it's reached an understanding to where we get to say things like that to Gino, but if someone else says things like that to Gino, he will go after them.
No, I think this is great because he knows we're coming from a good place, like a friendly place. D.
Gulag says the Gino interview was really good, and then Slammin69 says, you've made me like Gino. How'd that happen? I think April and I are just so goddamn likable. No, I think that, look, I'm being a little egotistical and a little funny, but at the same time, I think the attitude that you and I take towards the internet and streaming and shows in general is fresh and it's different. It's not so married and tied into our personality and our show. It's more like everybody's just trying to have a good time. And everybody has a good time differently. And some people have a good time by going, this show's fucking awesome. Let's write them a joke. Let's send them a joke in there. Let's send them a couple of bucks. Whatever. Other people go, let's go in there and shit on it and try to disrupt it. And we go, well, the only way you can stop people from disrupting your shit is to go with it, is to yes and their shit talking.
Yes.
Like we do with everybody else.
I like that Gino could see that too. He said it a couple times. He's like, you can tell that you two genuinely get in there and just have some fun.
Right.
That's it.
And I tried to tell Gino, that's what you need to do with these people. Like there's that guy, and I like him. He's on Twitter. His name's Atticus Flynn Talent Agency on Twitter.
Just followed
I
him.
helped him get over 1,000 follows yesterday.
Nice.
He was at 999. I just kind of took the credit. So anyway, I tweeted it out. I said, guys, go follow him.
I just followed him.
He got 8 new followers. You know me, Mr. Kingmaker.
Yeah.
So Atticus Flynn Talent Agency is one of those guys who busts Gino Bisconte's balls. And Gino kind of gets mad at him, and he kind of shit talks him. And I'm like, look at the guy's Twitter. This is what he does. He talks a lot of shit. That's how everyone on the internet is trying to have a good time. The way the Atticus Flynn Talent Agency guy has a good time on Twitter is he likes to never 100% be on anybody's side.
And
he likes
fun.
to get people liking him and then throw him a little dig. Like today, he told us the interview was great. And then he said, Red Bar's watching and tagged Jules. That's fucking hilarious.
That is funny.
That's really funny. And I said,
Thanks,
I'm
dude.
honored. Thank you.
I like that.
Not that Mike and Jules don't already know who we are. They don't need the help, so to speak. So I tried to tell Gino that during the interview. Everything else during the interview was great. Look, the thing with Kevin, again, Kevin is a guy who takes certain things very seriously, and he's kind of an angry dude about a lot of shit. And Gino poked him. He poked an angry guy, and the angry guy got angry. I told Gino that. I said, dude, here's what you do. You take angry people, you go like that, and they go, "Rah!" And you go, why is he so angry? I don't know what I did to the guy to make him so angry. So it was, I
don't know.
It was a lot of fun.
I like them all very much.
I like Kevin. I was just watching Levy land before we got on here today.
There's something calming about Bob's voice, isn't
I like
there?
Bob. I like Bob. He's got a calm demeanor about him, but he's a very funny guy. And just before tonight's show, Bob Levy DM'd me. Actually, Bob Levy was DMing me during the Gino interview, and he wanted the Zoom link so he could jump in, and I didn't have my Twitter open. Or I would have sent Bob the... Now, here's the thing. I know me. I would have sent him the link, and I would have done it. It would have pissed Gino off. So maybe I'm glad I didn't have my Twitter open.
I like staying friends with all of them.
Yeah, I like all of them. Bob likes our show. He likes you. And
that is one of the highest compliments for me.
So then Bob sent me a message tonight, asking when you and I can do Levy Land sometime. So I'm thinking what we might do is maybe do a Levy Land at 6 o'clock. Do it for an hour, come over here and do our show.
I love it.
Is what we might do.
Oh, that's really cool. I didn't know that at all.
We'll be on with the Reverend Bob. Why not? I also wrote to Kevin Brennan's Patreon today, hoping that he wants to come on our show. Uh-oh.
What?
I just saw a big long email. Like, I hate it when they change terms of service on an account or something, and you're supposed to read it. And you know that it's probably a waste of your time. But I was scrolling down to find something else, and it just popped up.
Okay, so it was unimportant.
Yeah, it was unimportant, but I was trying to do something else and check something out for you guys, and all went fucky. And now I'm like a boomer trying to figure out my phone.
You are getting older.
I'm getting old, man. It's really strange.
His knees locking up now for some reason.
Yeah. Citizen M says, Gino Bisconte actually came across really well. That's a Red Bar guy. The exact opposite of your interview with Chrissy Mayer, which cemented her as the genuinely bad human being I thought she was.
That's not true.
Wow.
I thought she was a sweetie pie.
I thought she was great, too. Who knows? Also, I finally texted Carl from Who Are These Podcasts and taunted him about his Bills losing to our Vikings. So
is he alive?
I crossed that off the list.
No,
yeah,
I saw he posted today.
He started getting really sad about his Bills, and then I had to get sad about the Vikings history to make him feel better, and then we just all agreed at the end, look, we're a combined 0-8 in Super Bowls. We don't have to have a misery competition.
You're going to be okay.
Because the fucking Bills would lose. I'm just kidding. Grinch Girl says, I love the new direction of the show with the interviews and new people. Way better than radio and Twitch. That's what I think, too.
Thank
the
you.
show's gotten deeper.
Yes.
Like, the show's gotten more elements to it and more stuff to it. And I really, really enjoy it.
Lots of irons in the fire.
Who knew I just needed more time on the air to flesh this whole thing out? All right, guys. We started ahead from last night by about $20 or so. So it's 240 away from the goal tonight. You know the drill. We get under 200 by the top of the hour. We're looking pretty good. We get to 150 by the offering plate segment. We're usually in good shape. Overtime tonight. I always give people the overtime menu to see if they feel like chipping in. Opie and Brendan Schaub for the overtime tonight.
Which one am I going to like more?
Opie. My favorite thing about Opie is the lack of self-awareness.
Always.
Opie is going to accuse Howard Stern of having no life.
Okay, I made that face initially, but kind of.
Okay, but Opie's telling them that.
I know.
I mean, at least, okay, Howard never leaves his house.
No.
He's a crazy curmudgeon shut in, whatever.
All of it.
Opie's the same way, only Howard has a world-famous radio show to do.
That's true.
I mean, what I'm saying is Howard may very well be that way. Opie's not the messenger.
Yeah, maybe not the one to be talking, at least.
Opie's definitely not the... Yeah, like...
What does he get, 50-something people on his Facebook streams?
On a good day.
Yeah.
On a good day. Then Steel Toe starts, it goes to 20.
I'm sure Stern's still doing pretty well.
Yeah, I think Stern's... Well, he's at least got more than 50 people at a time.
Absolutely.
I think we can probably say
like that's what
that Howard
doing.
has more than 50 at a time listening. So 240 away from the goal today. If you want to chip in and help out our little show here, that is how we make our money and break even, is knocking out those goals. We do 30 minutes of extra time if we hit it. So we ask $5-10 a month if you can afford it, if you like what we're doing here. If you want to become a VIP, God damn it, I renewed that website yesterday. We're still waiting for it to come back up live again. I got to keep my eye on that better in the future. I'm sorry. But if you want to become a VIP, $250 in 1 week, all the merch, entry into a $100 drawing every month, and a free piece of merch every time they come out, and 2 tickets to every live event we do. Lemmy, thank you for becoming a member. Everybody who becomes a member also gets entered in a $100 drawing. They also get an extra hour of show every single Sunday. We do a special members-only show, and we do a drawing for them at the end of every month as well. So there you go. 235 away from tonight's goal. Let's do it. All right, we're going to start today with one of my favorite new Twitter accounts, Clown World. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Clown World, but
I'm not.
They basically just find the absolute dredges and wrecks and shithole people of the world, and they put them up on the internet for you.
Kind of like World Star?
You know what? It's like World Star, but white trash.
Is it white trash World Star?
It's kind of, you know what, April? Very good. Yeah, it's like white trash World Star.
I can get on board with this.
This one, I don't know where it is. It doesn't say where, but I'm guessing Portland, San Francisco, just judging by the time of year.
What happened to these tits?
This is a woman who, as you can see here, I'll put this up on the screen. She is double wielding hammers. And she is standing next to someone's vehicle.
Oh no!
And the person who owns the vehicle, none too appreciative about the woman double wielding the hammers.
And I got you on video that you're destroying my car. Thank you.
Fuck.
I know Egger, and that wasn't Egger. It was like something was wearing Egger, like an Egger suit.
Look at that fucking body. What is wrong with this person?
They came up here, did a full-blown personal investigation. And took down everything I said, not believing a single word I said.
Dude, no expression, just a complete cylinder of a body. There's nothing there.
My husband came in asking for sugar water. I thought it was weird to ask for sugar water and not, lemon water or ice water. She does. She looks like Egger's wife.
Yeah, she does.
Just
throw a robe on her.
She's double wielding hammers. She's pounding on somebody's car. Now, here's where I disagree with the person filming this. I don't think I would confront this woman out in the open.
I think you try to film them from a safe distance.
If I have a baseball bat, I'll go after her. Me with a baseball bat versus her double-wielding hammers. I'd fuck her up.
What if she throws one at you?
She can throw it at me. You get up like that. You can take a hammer on the arms or the side or whatever. You just can't take a hammer to the head.
Okay.
So you get the arm up here. You turn sideways. You're good. Plus, she's a girl. How hard can she throw? And if you've got the bat, you know what you do? April, where do you hit a woman like this first when she's double-wielding the hammers? If you've got a bat, where do you go first? Let's see if the audience gets this right.
Oh, do I guess right now? I go straight for the temple.
Okay, April goes for the... You should have gone
right
for the
here.
head. All right, I'm going to take her off the screen a minute. I'm going to go to the chat. Guys, where do you hit this woman with the bat first? Let's... Penis. Okay, that's good, Gurmy. Penis is a good one. Throat, legs, knees. Grasdy, I fucking know his name. I'm saying it wrong again. I agree with Triple N and Grasdy. You take knees first. Bam! Get her right in the knees. She crumples. Those hammers don't matter anymore.
Man, to me that doesn't make sense. If you have to bend down for her at all, she could swing over you.
You do like The Rock did to Neil McDonough in Walking Tall.
Oh, I'm straight going for that.
Ow!
Head.
Fuck, I hit my... What's your arm shin? My forearm.
Your arm shin.
I hit my forearm on the table.
You hit your ulna?
It smarted. My ulna. Which
And
one's your
radius?
radius? Yeah, I hit my ulna or my radius. What's the bottom one?
I think your ulna.
You have no fucking idea, do you?
I
You have
said
a
I
50-50 shot and you're flipping a coin right now.
I flipped it.
All right.
I said.
All right. Guys, I want you to check that for me. Let's put crazy hammer time lady up here.
What do you think, though? What happened? Do you think she got cheated on?
I think she got lost on her way to Paul Pelosi's house.
The hammers.
They were supposed to shove those up each other's assholes. And
So she's a he.
yeah, well, you can't assume these days.
Okay.
Get the fuck out of this neighborhood.
Oh, so she's black. Just kidding. Fucking based.
On the inside, maybe.
No, I meant the person filming.
Oh. Okay, that's why she's hitting things. Get the fuck out of here. It's you. Oh.
Get the fuck out of this neighborhood. I ain't going anywhere, boss.
We do need to hear the filmer talk.
All right.
I think.
Get the fuck out of this neighborhood. You fucking shit.
Yep. Cool, lady.
Call, please.
I think you're right.
I'm calling. Don't worry.
Oh, I think that is a black person.
I'm pretty sure you're right.
I'm pretty sure this might be a hate crime. Well, shit.
Why are we hitting cars, though, ma'am?
Well, now what's she doing? Oh, does she live there?
Hi, I'm at 10408.
If you're just listening to this, now she's hitting the woman's garbage cans and knocking them over in the yard.
God.
So she lives there? Oh, no.
Which one? What if the hammer lady's trespassing and it's like the filmer's house?
I often wonder, like, when you see mental patients like that and they're living next door to normal people, it's like, how did they keep their shit together long enough to get a mortgage, pay their bills?
I'll tell you, mental break. There's something snaps one day sometimes.
Well,
She just fell apart.
her husband was abducted by aliens and they wore his body as a suit.
It's true.
That'll fuck you up.
That'll fuck anyone up.
Yeah, sure.
Because my neighbor has two fucking hammers in her goddamn hand and she's assaulting the car.
She's destroying property.
That's a lie. She's not destroying your car anymore. She's destroying your garbage cans.
She's got a weak ass swing though.
Yeah, she can't swing. That's what I'm saying. If I have a bat, I'd go up to this woman. I actually, if I could get her back, I'd go barehanded and just choke the shit
I was
out
just
of her.
gonna say that. I feel like if you had a bat, you could just kind of taunt her and like poke her with
Yeah.
it a few times, and she'll just half-ass swing at you, and then you just give her another poke.
Yeah, paint my face like Sting and just point it at her.
Why not?
Yeah.
Let them know that. And I have her on video.
You got a problem, bitch?
Oh my god.
So now
no.
is that a cop or is that
No, I think that's just a person.
that's just another crazy person?
I'll tell you why. If that was a cop, she would not be in that position anymore.
That's true.
She's on the ground.
What do you think, drug house?
Yeah.
Is there a problem, motherfucker? You put your motherfucking
He's got her hair.
shit on me again, bitch. Tell me to go the fuck back somewhere, bitch.
Oh no, she told her to go back to Africa and told her that's the person she told to get out of this neighborhood. It was a
Yeah.
black person. I was right.
Yep, you were right.
Oh boy, she's paying for that now.
This can't end well for her.
They got 33 seconds left. Are we going to see a takedown?
So wait, that's a woman, right?
Allegedly. Are we
Yeah,
gonna
there's
see
going to be a takedown
We
for
seen
sure.
a takedown?
Or a smashing into the wall.
Tell me, bitch.
Bitch.
Tell me. Now turn that motherfucking hose off, bitch, before I shut up your fucking ass.
I love this woman.
Little anal cleansing.
Turn that motherfucking hose off, bitch, before I stick it up your fucking ass. That's like movie quality dialogue.
That's some Ray Kroc shit.
Yeah, that's some Ray Kroc shit right there. Different orifice, but either way.
Yeah.
You understand me, bitch? I'm not a motherfucker to be played with. Do you understand me, bitch? So you fucked up your car, bitch, and you think that shit is cute, bitch?
Jesus.
Becky, motherfucking racist, bitch. You racist motherfucker. I'm sick of you bitching. I'm sick of you bitching. You understand me, bitch? Do you understand me, bitch?
All right. There's a takedown at the end. Threw her into the bushes.
So she just got a hose now? She abandoned the hammers?
Yeah, I'm going to say this, though. I'm not sure that anyone in that neighborhood is necessarily the stable one.
Yeah, but you're going to go unhinged, too, if you got that lady with hammers in your yard hitting a car.
Maybe, but look, just because that woman was crazier with the hammers doesn't mean I'm going to dinner at the other person's house.
She was, like, disarmed quickly, though. You just got to grab her by the hair. Let's like a rabid cat, just grab by the scruff of the neck quick.
That woman did not seem like she was fucking around.
No.
They're saying sounds Hispanic. Oh, this was before they saw her. Okay, I was going to say that was clearly a black person.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, just a Hispanic with a deep tan.
Yeah, Triple N says a new challenger has entered the arena. Yeah, and they didn't need any hammers, I'll tell you that much. Brian says, so happy I live in a castle doctrine state here. Your ass will get shot for this shit. Wow.
No, I don't mind states like that. If somebody's on your property, like, fucking up and stuff, I actually don't mind.
Oh, my God, he's like a black woman in a Wawa.
Stevie J says, these intros to Pornhub videos are getting really elaborate. April's Ass Cave says, that will be Grinch and Lemmy when they first meet each other.
Wait, why? Do they hate each other?
No, just trashy white broads.
Oh.
Aaron's Dusty Kokno says, just tuned in. Couldn't tune in live this morning. Couldn't tune in this morning live this morning, but listened later on. Was just wondering if Aaron gave it to April in the chili ring this morning. Nah, I just did the conventional. I just went the conventional route.
Fucking chili ring.
I didn't drop the nuke. I just,
Yes,
it was a tactical cruise missile.
I was exposed today.
As it were. All right, we've got 2:35 away from today's goal. If you feel like chipping in, there is the PayPal and the Streamlabs in the chat. Otherwise, it's pinned to the top of the page. And Super Chats count as well as new memberships. Take $5 off that goal today. So thank you guys very much if you feel like contributing. All right, Hasan Piker. Love Hasan.
Do you?
Unironically, I love Hasan because Hasan Piker is one of those guys. He's like Chad Zumock, where he's like a successful Chad Zumock. He's one of those guys who has no discernible talent, but he's developed a following, again, unlike Chad. But also, he's never had a sense of humor about himself. He's never really had a sense of humor about anything.
No, he's pretty dry.
He's pretty serious and stern about every little thing he talks about. I've never seen him relax and have a good time.
Except when he's kissing Ethan.
Maybe, but even then, he's probably just got so many conflicting thoughts in his head at the same time. Well, this isn't going to help his lack of sense of humor, but Hasan will always provide you with content because people with that lack of self-awareness are constant content providers.
Yep.
100%. Hasan Piker has been facing allegations by a woman who on Instagram goes by Lavloon. I don't know her.
I've never heard of her.
But she's making some pretty wild accusations against old, Chenk's nephew. He's responding to an allegation made against him by fellow streamer Lavloon, who claimed that he slept with a 17-year-old. Hasan said that the allegation is false and psychotic. Now, I'm going to put this side by side. Now, look, Hasan Piker in trouble sounds really funny to me, right?
Sounds like a good time.
I'm coming to kill you in Los Angeles at your house.
Or in the ring.
No, in real life.
Hasan Piker in any kind of exasperated state is really entertaining to me. But I'm going to show you these two people who are involved in this allegation, and you tell me who you'd believe. April?
See, that's a hard one because I already don't like him.
Right.
But I don't know anything about her, and she kind of looks problematic.
She looks like a fucking problem.
Yeah. But
trust your instincts on things like that.
How would she know if he fucked a 17-year-old?
She doesn't.
Exactly.
She's dying for
that
attention.
To me, so obviously I have to pick him.
I'm saying I believe Hasan Piker. As difficult as that is for me to say, I don't think Hasan Piker could get laid by a woman his age, let alone a 17-year-old.
Probably not.
On November 14th, Lavloon's allegation in a Discord message against Hasan was shown on a live stream from Chud Logic. The clip showing it quickly spread and has amassed over 150,000 views. However, the allegation was quickly met with skepticism, largely due to the Destiny community, another streamer who has quarreled with Lavloon in the past. Now, Destiny has also fought with Hasan Piker. I like Destiny. Kind of dry, kind of like middle of the road kind of a dude, but I don't mind Destiny. But he doesn't like Hasan. Hasan doesn't like him. Hasan doesn't like anybody. But he's fought with this Lavloon too. So this Lavloon's fighting with everybody. I don't trust her.
It seems like kind of a low blow to throw some allegations like that out there.
Responding during his stream, Hasan was not keen to give the claims too much attention. Should we watch Hasan responding to the claims?
Yes.
That he sexed up a 17-year-old. It's just like I look at the guy and I just go, not the guy.
Again, like you said, chicks, probably not.
He seems asexual to me.
Yeah, this guy doesn't fucked.
He seems like too much of a prison gay, like a fucking aggressive, like tear your asshole up homosexual. So I don't
he's
think
doing the tearing.
I don't think he's gay.
Okay.
But I also find him to be too much of a pussy to have sex with girls.
He's too aggressive to even get one, I feel.
I just kind of see him as sexually amorphous, just kind of bleh.
He's a blob.
So any sexual allegation, see, that's the benefit of being unlikable like Hasan Piker. A lot of people will be slow to respond to allegations that you've committed some sort of sexual impropriety because they'll look at you and go, that guy, sex? No.
Didn't happen.
This guy's not getting laid, for sure. But let's see what he has to say about the whole thing.
Hard for me not to fucking talk here, but given who the person is, the accusations are so psychotic that it would make mainstream fucking news. And this person would probably, again, get sued for a lot of money. Not by me, by the way.
By the government. Sorry. That's just
for making this shit up. Oh, we just massage the numbers a little bit. We just massage the numbers a little bit. You know what I mean? I was like, how fucked up is that? You're really going to fucking...
So there it is. That's his response. Well, he didn't want to give it too much oxygen, as they say.
I guess the right thing to do is probably not engage something like that.
Yeah, don't go too heavy in it. JJ says Piker definitely does not do the sex. I don't think so.
Asexual for sure.
I don't think he does the sex. But look, again, for me to dislike you, think you're terrible, enjoy making fun of you, but yet still get your side on something like this, the person accusing you has to be stark raving crazy just by the eye test. And this Lavloon chick, I bet you if I go watch 1 second of Lavloon,
I think we should too.
I'll go, you know what? I think this chick is fucking insane. Lavloon. And then coming up next, we're going to do the Chad Zumock stuff.
So did she say it on her show or something?
Lavloon Lavafesto. Ew. Full read. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff on the internet with her just fighting with people. I can't... Fires back at Destiny's wife, Melina. Okay, so this is her...
Did you see that one?
Shitting on... What's this one? Lavloon cheated on her husband with Hasan. Oh, shit!
Did that happen? So did she fuck him too?
There's a lot of stuff going on here.
That might make a little more sense. If she did have sex with him, then she would maybe know about.
Are we going to go into a rabbit hole we didn't know existed?
I think so.
All right, let's check it out.
Like, that's it. That's the last time we ever talked. That's the last time, which is a normal conversation. She asked me just like normal, questions, and I just gave her normal answers. And then we never talked ever again after that. Like a little bit of flirting, just a little bit, just a tad bit of flirting. Had no idea who this person was. I think I remember I looked her account up and she had like a dude in every photo. So I stopped responding to her because I was like, I think she has like a significant other. She had a dude in every photo. So I was like, all right, this dude seems like this is either like a gay best friend thing or...
Wow, what a backhanded compliment to the husband.
This is my gay best friend.
He's either a total moe or a cuck. I'm not really sure. I think I'll leave this one alone.
That's rich.
Husband or boyfriend type thing. So I'm just not going to talk to her about that sort of shit. And then I just stopped talking to her. You know, like it literally went from straight up flirtation to like me looking at her Instagram and seeing that there's like a dude in a lot of these photos to going, oh yeah, whatever.
God, he's kind of
roasted her
boring.
husband now. Uh-oh.
Yeah. He's engaged. Oh, okay. Well,
that's the CEO of Ridge Wallet, and he makes $1 million a year.
Do not go to her fucking social media accounts and do dumb shit. I will literally. Do not.
He's the boringest
Do not
streamer.
go.
He's really,
to her
he's
I
really
hate this.
boring. Yeah. All right, now I got to see some of her. Let's watch her.
If Steven doesn't put me destroying Brittany and Cherry up on his YouTube, I'm in a
fatality
in a video game. My one alpha moment, he puts every other dog pile up. If he doesn't,
Okay, first of all, she's in a closet with a shitload of pumpkins and candles. She's
in
nuts.
the closet. You're right.
She's nuts.
That ain't good.
do that, I'll know that he's not my real friend. It's August. He has lab derangement syndrome. It's fucked up. Let's go over the Melina.
Twitch really is a minor league streaming service. I mean, these people are sitting there eating giant sandwiches and just sitting in a closet with pumpkins talking about dumb shit.
I've never had a sandwich on this show.
The kind of person who has an option to go to YouTube and watch shows and chooses to go to Twitch to watch shows, I don't understand that person.
They're just put together differently.
I don't.
For
It's
sure.
just a different kind.
Lackluster.
It's the kind of person who, when they see sunlight, they go, ah, oh,
Look at her.
ew.
That's the one.
Video, shall we? This is good stuff.
And finally, you could just be honest. Oh my god. You
So
went off on
that's-
Lanica. This is not the first time they've done that.
Destiny's wife.
I guess.
You know, it's really crazy because Steven talked about how she's more mature.
She's nuts. I can tell just from this.
She was
she's boring and she's nuts.
She was dressed up as the mental chick from Orange is the New Black too.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
So yeah,
She's fine with it.
I think. Look, I think Hasan's safe on this one.
Yeah, I don't think he looks the worst, which is not the usual, but
I think Hasan is just fine on this allegation, which is not something I say very often. But Hasan's off the hook.
I bet you Ethan pipes up on this one too.
Maybe, unless
I think he
Hasan
will.
says, "Shut the fuck up, Ethan. I don't want to talk about it."
Ethan loves drama like that.
He does. He lives for it. Balls Deep with $15 in a super chat says, "Hi, April. Hi, Aaron. Great show. Thank you, buddy."
Hey, thank you.
225 away from today's goal. We're let's kick the door in. We got we got a half hour to get under $200. You guys have got this. Thank you very much. Become a member. Throw into PayPal or Streamlabs if you'd like. There's the links in the chat. Again, 225 away from tonight's goal. A half hour of overtime will bring you some Opie and some
Brendan.
That's the one.
You got
Max,
it.
you might as well tune out now, bud. You're not going to like this next part. You're going to fucking hate it. Don't complain. You might just want to take a walk for a little while.
I'm excited for this.
James says he admitted it, but she's 19, and Lav retracted her statement. Oh, okay.
So he did have sex with said chick, just older than.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's boring.
Prince-
It's nothing exciting.
Prince Gratz says, Aaron, are you and April considering taking a trip out to Rochester in February for the Who Are These podcast Uncle Rico weekend? Bob Levy was just talking about that on his show before I got on here. I didn't get too many details, but I was looking up New York hotels.
Really?
But no, I'm not. No, we're not going to go. But that would be a fun thing.
It's in Rochester. It's not like the big city, right? Rochester's a big city, but
I'd love
it's
to
not.
go to New York, but still,
Well-
Rochester's upstate New York. But I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe sometime.
Stop by Compound.
Yeah,
for a
we'll
little bit.
make a move out there eventually. You know, you guys get us closer and closer to 10,000 subs and 15,000. We'll head out to these things. By the way, subscribe to the channel, like the channel. You want to chip in a little bit? Feel free. Let's have a fun night. All right, so Chad Zumock was on Misery Loves Company, and we were going to play this for you guys last night, but the YouTube stream got set to private. The reason it got set to private now is understandable. Kevin puts it behind a paywall on his Patreon.
Yes.
So
that's
I
fine.
subscribe to the Misery Loves Company Patreon. Kevin's very funny. He had Chad Zumock on, and Kevin, it turns out, now we know Bob Levy likes what we do.
Bob's great.
Bob Levy likes the Steel Toe Show. I did not know that Kevin Brennan enjoyed the Steel Toe Show from time to time.
They keep coming out of the woodwork.
I had no idea. I was very flattered by it.
Me too.
And Bob's been having Chad Zumock on his show. And I think he's been having Chad on just to low-key fuck with him. Because they no-sell everything he does. They shit on all of his premises. They don't laugh at anything he gives them. And I think they're just mocking him and he doesn't know it.
I think Kevin might as well just come out and say that he's having him on to fuck with him. He's just as much as said that before.
Right. And you know what? Chad would still sit there and take it because Chad is so desperate. None of his podcasts get any viewers except when we send ours over to him.
Yeah.
Nobody shows up at his shows. I think the last headlining thing he did, Carl played it on his show. It was like 7 people showed up. The only time he's part of a crowd is when like some headliner will come into town and go, hey, who's a hack that can open for me so I don't have to worry about, having to follow someone who's going to kill? And they're like, oh, Chad Zumock, here you go. Absolutely.
Or he'll barge his way into a venue.
Or he'll try to barge his way to a venue to the point where he doesn't take a hint and they have to ban him from it, which he takes as a victory. I don't know. When I get banned from a venue, I never have, but if I do, I usually don't go, oh, yeah, that shows that I'm really killing the game.
It should be shameful.
It should be shameful. But Chad has no shame and no self-awareness. This is why I love him so much. So Bob had Chad on, and he decided to ask him about Steel Toe. Now, Chad will go off about Carl from Who Are These Podcasts?
Okay.
He has before.
Yep.
Chad will go off about Frank and Chrissy, and he does in this segment we're about to watch. But watch what happens to Chad when Kevin and Bob start talking about the old Steel Toe. This is fun.
I've waited for this.
We've got a couple of clips for you out of this. Here's Chad. That gay fucking captain's hat is too much.
Whatever. I think you should wear one.
It's too great. Dude, I saw one at Ragstock when we were shopping for the kids' Halloween costumes, and I went, I have to buy this. I have to wear this to mock Chad Zumock. And I went, no, you know what? He's going to realize how gay this is, and he's going to abandon it. It won't last long. And this is what I love about Chad. The more he loses, the more he digs in on the L because he thinks that's how you turn it around.
Yes.
It's
He's
perfect.
owning it, right?
Yes. Like today, he tweeted about Gino talking shit about us, or talking shit about him on our show. He did it the instant Gino started talking about him. I retweeted Chad, and I said, Chad, stop lying. Just admit you listen to Steel Toe and you're a big fan. I don't. Somebody sent me a direct message, and I was responding to that. And he screenshotted the message as though he needed to prove it.
He sure did. I saw it.
And he's like, I know you want this radio award thing, but I'm not going to give you one. I'm like, dude, it ain't a war.
A radio award?
It's an annihilation. I don't need you to come back. You coming back at us helps because you're really bad at it and we get to make fun of you more. Gives us more content. Thank you. Salute. I appreciate it. But we don't need you to do that. It doesn't have to be a war. We're watching you melt down in real time, and I'm covering it. Chad, I'm a documentarian in real time. So let's watch this clip. Notice Chad's going to go on a rant about Chrissy and Frank, bitch about them, and then Kevin's going to go Steel Toe, and all of a sudden,
watch out.
Shit turns around.
Yeah.
You can do that, yeah.
Ralphie May got the same surgery, and then it just went all downhill.
Could you imagine going to the doctor and be like, I give up. Just fucking, just cut my stomach in half. Just
Can
sew
you
it
imagine
up.
going back and go?
Now, this is a different cut than the live stream, so my timestamps might be a little off. I'll go a little bit forward here.
For 2 days the other week. The fuck?
Yeah, but Bob, you look good smoking. Bob, you're like a you know how to spell cock, so they even know how to.
If you let them know ahead of time,
oh babe,
it's
Sorry.
okay. It's just a box.
We'll get
There's
there.
literally a box you check for.
You won't get
advertisers.
Yeah.
But I don't
okay
think
with
it totally,
people saying. I think because I'm like a new subscriber. Because if I see something that
here we
I
go.
don't know, and then I'll see my pillow. All right, so Chad,
here we go.
what's the deal with the Steel Toe morning show? I was trying to watch that last night.
Oh, Kevin.
I watched it.
Look at Chad right away. I don't know.
Oh, it feels so sweet hearing Kevin say that.
It feels so. He's like, what's up with these guys? I was trying to watch them last night.
Once, and now it comes up constantly on my thing. I think because I'm like a new subscriber. Because if I see something,
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you.
Kevin Brennan, subscriber to the Steel Toe Morning Show.
It's an honor.
I love guys. You know what, Kevin? Get in touch with us. We'll send you a Steel Toe hoodie if you're a hoodie guy. Absolutely. Bob Levy, Gino, same thing. We'll send
Are they
you.
all hoodie guys?
If you're a hoodie guy, we'll send you a Steel Toe hoodie.
Just
So-
send a care package to Compound.
Kevin's been watching Steel Toe. He's a subscriber. All our shit pops up for him now. He'll probably see the Gino interview. And he's going to ask Chad about Steel Toe.
Up to that, I don't know. And then they'll be like, oh, they were talking about the Gino Visconti fight. So then I subscribe, and now I guess it comes up all the time. And then they were talking about you, and they like you're a steel toe denier. He said you won't say their name even though you know their name.
Come on, say it.
No, I purposely went out of my.
Oh, so
Bob
Kevin's
loves
like,
this too.
you know their name, but you won't say their name, but you know it, but you say you don't know it.
This is rich.
And look at Bob. He's smiling. He's like, oh, let's watch him
he
wiggle.
said too, he's like, say it. Come on.
Say it. Come on, you pussy.
Wait, not the.
His name's Carl, right?
What's
Carl.
His name
Carl?
is.
It's like.
Oh, he knows my we're going to get to see the Chad denial thing, too. If you're going to deny that you know somebody, you got to not get the name right. You got to commit to not getting the name right.
Or just, I don't know.
You can't fuck up the name and then get the right
Well, you
name.
two tweeted each other too much.
Yes.
It's Andy or something. Something with an A. Aaron.
It's an A.
Right away.
There it was.
Chad had to say the wrong name first. My favorite thing about Chad is he thinks he's Sun Tzu or Machiavelli, when really he's just kind of Chris Farley and Tommy Boy. You know, he's like, oh, I'm playing the game. Watch me play the game. His name's like, oh, Andy, Aaron. Chad. You know the fucking name. Mixing it up the first time only shows that you're insecure and you don't know how to play it, buddy. Come on. This is what I like about Chad. I don't shit on him as much as I try to help. Because I've always said this show deserves a better class of nuisance. And I got to try and build this asshole up so he looks believable against me. Right now, Chad Zumock is incredibly mismatched against this show.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't look
have one.
He doesn't look like a threat. So I got to build this asshole up as some kind of threat. So then when we take him down, it looks more impressive. Right now, we're just King Kong swatting Chad Zumock biplanes out of the air. You're Fay Ray in this instance.
Okay.
It's an A. I did
Aaron.
a show.
I don't even know who these people are.
Is that his wife? Is that his wife who's on the show?
Now, remember, Chad just said
Yay.
under his breath, I don't even know who these people are.
Can I tell you the angst I go through hearing that?
Remember, Chad just said, I don't know who these people are. Said Aaron, doesn't know who these people are. You know what always follows that? Chad can't help himself. Here comes the bio.
Yeah, here's their bios, guys.
Found out it was, yeah. It's like his second wife.
Well, that's can't get mad at a guy for having two wives.
And now that is the start of Kevin and Bob.
That's not good.
No selling everything Chad says. Chad's
Right.
like, yeah, I
He
found
meant
out.
that as a dig.
Yeah, Chad's like, I found out it's his second wife. And Kevin's like, yeah, that's
And?
actually totally fucking cool.
It's pretty normal.
Yeah, it's pretty normal.
His second wife.
Well, that's can't get mad at a guy for having two wives.
Well, no, I think
that's about average. Levy's had 6.
He got.
Bob's up there like, that's rookie numbers.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah.
First, and it's his new wife, and it's so lame when you make your wife your co-host.
Okay, so now he's trying to shit on us for the wife co-host thing. This is good. Chad's going to try and mix it up a little.
Oh, but Chad doesn't have a wife co-host.
No, wait a minute. Well, he could have, but he's been a stalker and
Little
he's had
stalker.
restraining orders and other things. You don't get wives that way, Chad. So Chad's going to try and hammer us by saying, he's got his wife as a co-host, and isn't that hacky? Get ready. You think his co-hosts are going to get his back on that one?
Definitely.
When you make your wife your co-host.
I got mine as my co-host.
Oh, buddy.
The misfortunes and misadventures of Chad Zumock is my favorite time to have on this show.
This is hard to watch for him.
Opie might be right up there for me. I like making fun of Opie. But, oh my God, Chad is just a gift.
Chad's always got people like around him that will instantly like discredit him, though. That's the best part.
Come on, cooler guy. He's like the little kid trying to impress the 8th graders, and the 8th graders are like, get out of here, you homo. What the fuck are you doing? Go play with the 5th graders. Come on, isn't it hack that he's got his wife as co-host? I got my wife as co-host.
I mean, yeah, it's probably hack, whatever.
I know, it's terrible.
It's like we kill.
It saves money. Yeah, and they want to hear the wife.
They love what I...
So now Kevin and Bob have both shot down Chad's trying to shit on. This is the best thing. I have 2 hardened veteran comedians. I don't even need to hit back at Chad anymore.
This is brilliant.
I've got a Bob Levy and Kevin Brennan sized buffer before I even can react to Chad.
Look at Chad down here too.
Oh yeah, he's getting nervous. He's touching the face.
What is that even? What is this?
Stevie Lou on Twitter wrote it, and he goes, "Hey girls, you want to come over for mimosas?"
Yeah, that's exactly what that is.
Credit to Stevie Lou there on Twitter. But so neither of his two things have hit. I don't know anything about him. That's his wife. Yeah, it's his second wife actually. His name's Aaron.
Co-host.
And isn't it hacky when your wife is your co-host? No, that's actually pretty smart. You save money. Bob does it. It's pretty.
People want to hear her.
And then didn't Bob just say they kill? Did I hear Bob say that we kill?
Yeah.
Hold on.
When you make your wife your co-host.
I got mine as my co-host sometimes.
I know, it's terrible.
It's like we kill.
It saves money. Yeah, and they want to hear the wife.
They love she loves what I do. She wants to be part of everything. She's
I really thought like she
I missed that the first
mumbled,
time.
yeah.
Did he just get pissed because they're no selling his steel toe attack?
Yeah, and they want to hear the wife.
He's shaking, by the way. We're gonna see some real Chad shakes in this one.
She loves what I do. She wants to be part of everything. She's
I really thought like she doesn't talk a lot to be doing the show every day with this guy. So I was thinking like either she don't like to talk, but now that it's his wife,
Thanks,
it makes
Kevin.
sense because she's kind of just there for moral support and to.
I don't like.
Are you getting low key shit on by Kevin
I
Brennan?
did get shit on by Kevin.
It's
yes.
kind of an honor. Kevin
I'll
shits on
take
everybody.
the honor, but I don't like the criticism.
He's being
I feel like
very,
I talk quite a bit.
He's being very polite about
I feel like him not just outwardly saying he doesn't like me is enough.
That's a win.
Yeah.
Agree with him every once in a while, but he does most of the talking. And at first I was like, how do you get, why is this lady even here? She doesn't even talk much, but it makes sense if they're doing it from their house.
Yeah.
And she's like, hey, you want to do the show with me?
Kevin, how gay was Bob's tweet over the weekend?
Oh, we've got Chad Zumock
Kevin's
changing the subject.
Kevin's clearly trying to have a conversation here, Chad.
Kevin's trying to talk to you about this steel toe feud. And all Chad did was he tried to lay a finger on us twice. It didn't even get to us because these two intercepted it. Bob and Kevin intercepted it. So then what does Chad go to? His mimosa girl's hands on his face. And he goes to, hey, Bob, what about that tweet you had over the weekend?
I feel like little producer guy down here. I don't know who that is, but he's just like smirking every now and then too. And he thinks it's so funny. Like you can see it right now. Like Chad just changed the topic.
I don't mean to, because now like people in this world watch our stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm not disrespecting this guy. I just don't, I think, and I'm sorry if you're not, that might be I know who Ray DeVito is. I don't think that's Ray DeVito.
I know a Ray DeVito. I don't know his
think that's
face.
Ray.
I don't
But
know his face at all.
so Chad tries to change the subject to Bob, and we're going to fast forward to a random spot. They go back to Steel Toe about 45 minutes from now. But we're going to go to a random spot. Chad is shaking. He is not happy that Steel Toe came up. He's not happy that that the hosts completely stonewalled him on his attempt to get something going.
Which one?
I think he did it on purpose.
Of course I did. See how long it would take Kevin to get in there. You know what I mean? It's
No,
like,
but you mean that too.
I do mean it.
What do you call it? Your sweet. What did you? What's
Now they move on because Chad doesn't want to talk about Chad doesn't want to talk about Steel Toe anymore. So he changes the subject and goes, "How gay was Bob's tweet?" Like that's classic trying to get the heat off of you. Because now Bob's not even shitting on Steel Toe now. Bob's just talking about the show and how it makes sense to have you on. And he goes, I get it. You know, I was watching him. I'm a subscriber. Oh, Chad, that is all. So now you've taken L's from us before. That's bad enough. Now you're taking L's from the guy who had you on as a guest.
He's doing you a big favor.
Oof. Gotta sting, buddy. It's never happened to me before. So I wouldn't know. I'm just watching and just by osmosis, I'm absorbing a lot of discomfort. Let's see if we can cut to a random spot because the chat was even pointing out during this live stream yesterday that he was just he was Michael J. Fox in it with his karaoke microphone. Yeah. Oh my God.
Now when Tom Brady still wants to be Tom Brady, she's like, how dare you, Tom Brady? And he's like, how do you think?
He's still young enough. I mean, he's in good shape. He's playing good.
We're going to see when the shakes start.
There's a difference. She's not.
You were supposed to do her podcast, but you blew her off.
No, she asked me to do it. It was a bad day for me. I couldn't schedule.
Yeah. You got to go. Canoe is fucking pretty.
We're talking about Gino's
girl. She is pretty. Engelbert's crazy. She's fucking.
Blocked.
Oh.
It does now.
All right.
It does?
I should have timestamped the shakes. I've got the steel toes timestamped, but I don't have the shakes timestamped.
He knows you're going to see it like it was hilarious.
Yeah, but I didn't see it. People have been trying to send it to me forever, and then I never watched it.
Stop it and comment.
Yeah. But maybe like 15 minutes, but the promo.
The other thing about Chad is on these shows, he's in the chat, he's reading it, and they're all shitting on him.
He's
terribly.
constantly got chat cancer.
Yeah, and it fucks with him. So he started shaking during the whole thing. He started really, it fucked him up pretty bad. And then we get towards the end of this episode of Misery Loves Company, and Kevin's not going to let him off the hook. He wants Chad to say something about Steel Toe.
Just address it.
And once again, it does not go well for old Chad Zumock. What's my timestamp here? 1 hour and 2 minutes, but we're going to have to go forward a little bit because of they repurposed this or whatever and to put it up on Patreon.
Lemonade. Diet lemonade.
On the show, and he wouldn't even do that. They're cowards.
Who drinks on the show?
Yeah.
No.
Lemonade over at Sullivan's. And then
okay, this is important for context. So now they're going to ask Chad about Frank and Gino and these other people. And watch Chad have a million things to say. Not afraid to cock off about these guys. He'll say shit about them all day long. But then watch when they bring up Steel Toe right after.
Yeah, and you should go in and see what the fuck. Everybody should just sit down and have a great episode.
I have a couple of Totinos and lemonade over at Sullivan's, and then
Diet
walk
lemonade.
across.
Oh, sorry, guys. I got to put this up on the screen for you. My fault.
What are you doing?
I am fucking up over here.
Diet lemonade.
On the show, and he wouldn't even do that. They're cowards.
Who drinks on the show?
No, I was on Levy Land, and we tried to have Frank on because he was in the chat room because he just lives in chat rooms all day. And you're like, come on the show, let's talk it out. He won't even do that.
You can see him start to hunch up and like tighten when he
his
starts to
knees.
mention Frank. He just goes, and I tried to get him on, and he wouldn't go on. He's a fucking coward. Jesus.
Cowards.
He thinks it's beneath him. He's like, because he's a manager, so he doesn't want to get caught up in that nonsense.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
that tight-lipped, yeah. It's got heavy nose breathing going.
think-
Chad is pissed.
That guy doesn't know what happy is.
No, Chad doesn't. Chad's so far removed from happiness that I don't think he recognizes it.
I don't know Frank that well, but he seems pretty harmless.
Seems pretty harmless, yeah. Whereas Chad is a ball of rage waiting to explode. And I love being part of the spark that ignites the wick, if you will.
Well, he makes all the nonsense happen.
So you know for a fact that well, you don't know anything, right? But he gives out, he doxes you where? On Reddit?
Yeah, he sends stuff to other podcasts because people save the receipts. They save the screenshots.
All right, now Chad does this cope where he's trying to say that Frank sends Carl and me information about Chad that we then use on our show as if Frank is this master, marionette who's just controlling everything.
He just sees all things.
I only know Frank because we started shitting on you, Chad, and Frank was a big fan of what we were doing. As far as your doxes, it's not a dox, dummy. It's your criminal record. It's public knowledge. You Google you, and it's one of the first things that pops up. It ain't your comedy career. It's dead. The charges, I'm sure some of those are still alive, at least the probation. So he thinks that Frank is giving these shows like all this ammunition. No, what it is, stupid, is we're a mutual admiration society of people who love fucking with you because it bothers you so much. And you go on shows with your $20 karaoke mic and you purse your lips and you look like Hector Salamanca and you wear a gay Village People hat and you shake like a tree in a hurricane. That's why we do it, Chad.
Doxing is such an overused term now.
Yeah.
People don't use it for what it's actually meant.
Everything is doxing now, yeah.
I do too. You CVS receipts, you mean? What are you talking about?
There's
Receipt?
coupons on the back.
They're just making fun of him.
What are you talking about?
Like he's like, he posts stuff and people save it. Like if he DMs somebody, like I'm not going to tell the guy, but he DM'd because he was talking shit about Chrissy. And he's like, dude, we have a problem. Why are you saying stuff about Chrissy like this? He's trying to control the narrative, and he gets these like,
at the shaking. By the way, you
Listen
can
to him,
see in the
too.
microphone. Oh, and he's
the
got
cope vocabulary. He's controlling the narrative.
and not only that, he's got the shakiness in his voice, the bad adrenaline control.
I think he needs to step away from shit like this. It's not for him.
He should, yeah, he should step away, but I hope he doesn't.
That's true.
I love a good Chad video.
like lower level tier podcast to talk shit on me.
Hi.
Like he encourages.
Do you have anything you want to say? You have anything you want to say to
Kevin.
the Steel Toe, the people at Steel Toe?
No, who cares?
Fucking Frank. Oh, fucking Gino. I fucking hate him. How about Steel Toe? No, I'm good. Thanks. Who cares? I don't know.
Look at Kevin and Bob right now.
Look at this is my favorite part. You want to say anything at the Steel Toe? No, who cares? Laugh, laugh. Oh, they know that Chad is bothered.
Awkward smile.
Honestly, they're just trying to rile Chad up.
Yeah, that's the whole point of having him on.
All it is.
Who are they?
I don't even know. All of a sudden, he was on my thing. He does a show every day.
Yeah, it's like it's weird. I was like,
he does a live stream every day, and I was like, what can you possibly have to fucking talk
He does
about?
talk. He does do a good show. He does have a radio. He has to have a radio background.
Oh, God. Chad is trying to go, fuck these guys. They suck. And here's Bob Levy telling Kevin, oh, they do a really good show. The guy's got a radio background. He's
God.
Could
Like
you
Chad
imagine-
cannot catch a break.
And look at how quick he goes from smiling to pissed off as soon as Bob.
He goes to awkwardly fix his camera every time.
He's
too.
reading the chat.
Yeah.
He's reading the chat. As Bob tells him how this has been Chad being asked about Steel Toe, which he doesn't want to talk about, as you can see. Bob and Kevin pushing him into talking about Steel Toe. And when they do, either Bob or Kevin or sometimes both say, no, Chad, you're wrong. That show's actually pretty funny and it's pretty good what they do and it makes sense. Oh, I loved this clip so much yesterday, and I think I'm liking it more the second time around. Has it been as good as I advertised it to be?
It's pretty good.
I think these guys all grew up watching O&A, and they just play radio in their basement.
And now people in the chat are going, Chad is unemployed.
I said Bob Levy and Shuley work because number one, they're comics. Number two, they actually know John. They know him, so they can have fun with it, and it's funny. So everyone tries to copy what they're doing, and it's just a shitty version of Uncle
I mean,
Rick.
in fairness, we were doing shitting on John after Carl did, but before Shuley started Uncle Rico. I mean, in fairness.
I like how he always.
I like those guys.
I like how he uses the O&A stuff. Like, oh, they're just big O&A fans. Like, that's an insult.
Right.
That was one of the best radio shows of all time.
You know what the difference is between you and I, Chad? When Anthony watches my stuff, he retweets it and talks about how funny it is. He bashes you for an hour.
He sits on the phone with you uncomfortably and says, oh, are we going to have to make some phone calls and make sure you don't show up?
This guy's kind of a
'Cause,
psycho. I don't know about him.
You're a problem.
No, it's great. It's awesome to watch Chad project what he wants and can't get, and then go, well, this is what these guys are trying to do. They're just trying to be like one of the greatest radio shows of all time. Wow, I mean, fuck me, right?
Does he ever get off one of these shows and just feel demoralized, do you think?
I hope not, because then we'd lose content.
I don't think he does. I think he's like, nah, fuck all that. I was just on a show with these guys.
I
and
told those
they're
guys.
Not, and,
yeah.
Because we're not
Rico,
there.
that's all.
We copied what's his name? At WA.
You guys are the
So Chad's trying to suck Bob's dick because the Steel Toe show just got complimented right in front of him, and he hates that. So then he tried to suck Bob's dick, and Bob goes, oh, no, we're copying Carl from Who Are These Podcasts?
Oh, get it, guys? They copy a show, but we copy one too.
Yeah. And then Bob's like, yeah, we're copying too. We're all ripping each other
We're
off.
all inspired by somebody.
Yes.
funniest at it because you're comedians and you know John.
I love his show. I mean, I dig it. Look,
but they're all stealing from fucking Jocktober, aren't they?
Yes.
So this whole thing of like
He originally did all of that.
Who are these podcasts? He didn't invent this. He fucking basically, it's like they did it from Jocktober.
But it's killing. It's just great. It's great entertainment. People seem to love to hate John, and it's just it's the greatest thing ever.
I'm seeing a wiggle in that
Makes me
microphone.
happy.
Chat. Look at him. Look at the
rigid
jaw
lips.
clench.
Mm-hmm.
The lips purse up. Boy, does he get mad when he doesn't get his way.
Hates it.
Thank you, Kevin Brennan. Thank you, Bob Levy. I appreciate it. They tried to bring up steel toe twice, and each time Chad had to kind of do-si-do out of it. Oh!
He can't win no matter where he is.
I fucking loved that. Oh, was that a great goddamn time. Chad Zumock is my favorite guy. I maybe Opie. Again, maybe Opie.
I think Chad's more entertaining than Opie.
Mostly the great Chad Zumock. All right, let's catch up with some people here in the chat. Oh, there's Frank Pellegrino. Says, I would never puppeteer or send information or support anyone going after Chad. This is just random super chat money coincidentally coming in during your Chad segment.
Thanks, Frank.
Frank, thank you for that random super chat during our Chad segment. It's crazy that you just wandered in while we were talking about Chad. That's
no meaning at all.
Crazy. He called you Marquis says, he called you lower tier. You gonna let this fucking prick get away with that? What's this world coming to? Dude, if I'm lower tier, Chad, you get like 40 views on your shit and you have like your main thing that you put your show on is Patreon. There's 80 people on it. You have 1,400 people subscribe to you on YouTube. If I'm lower tier, you ain't even in the fucking ball game, champ. I mean, here's the difference between you and me. I'll take lower tier. That's fine. Here's what our show's doing. Here's Chad, way below the lower tier, under the fucking bleachers because he couldn't afford a ticket into the fucking game, you futon sleeping broke ass. If I'm lower tier, Chad, I'm still above whatever you are.
But then his spin out from that, like from his numbers on his videos and all that, is going to be, well, do you see the podcasts I get on? Do you see the shows I do?
And they make fun of you.
Yeah, they're not there because you're so good.
Right. To your face, they mock you. Oh, I love it. Frank Pellegrino says, I genuinely enjoy Aaron and April's live streams. And
thank you, Frank.
God damn it, we're doing Chrissy's show at some point. I know I agreed.
You have to remember
I'm
because
terrible at remembering dates. I can go back in my DMs with Frank.
I don't have this date, so I don't know.
And I don't remember which show it is. I'm so fucking
Frank,
terrible
how
about
embarrassing
this.
is this? Aaron never told me.
Ski Mask Collective booked me on his show for Thursday at like 4. And Bob Levy's trying to book us for next week. So I got to keep these dates straight. Bob wants you, though.
He does?
You and your wife are great. You guys do a great show together.
Well, at least somebody thinks so.
That's Bob. And Chrissy wants the both of us. Frank and Chrissy.
Okay.
Want the both of us. So you can stop feeling sorry for yourself.
Okay.
Bubs3T says, do you think Red Bar will mention the Gino interview? No, and I'll tell you why. Because I think it made Gino look sympathetic.
Fun.
And I don't think, because even Red Bar fans were saying in our chat, oh, this is the best I've ever seen Gino look.
It was great.
I don't think there's anything Red Bar can really use from that interview. If
well,
he wants
he
to,
doesn't like us.
Yeah, if he wants to, feel free. We've been hearing from Red Bar fans. They're like, hey, man, you don't have to be so defensive when it comes to Mike and feel like you got to sock him in the nose if he's, comes out and throws something out there. We think he likes you. That's what we've been hearing from Red Bar fans. We think he likes you. I would
like to hear from him then.
I said this on Twitter to somebody who said that today. I said, you got to treat Mike like he's your pet pit viper. You can't love him too much because he'll bite your throat.
I'd be tickled to get a message from Jules.
I don't know. I look, I respect what Mike's done. I've been a member of, I'm not going to pretend I haven't been a Scars Club member for years. I have. I just, Mike's one of those. Look, Mike made his own bed. Anytime someone tries to like him, he fucks with him. And tries to make him look stupid. I don't want to be that guy.
Catches up to you.
Yeah. Grank Nutterbutter says, Aaron's copying Joseph Goebbels. Well, then technically I'm copying Anthony. I mean, in fairness.
It's on the same lines.
Yeah, I mean, tomato. Brian says, the level of delusion Chad has is mind-blowing. Yeah, but it's fun, isn't it? Isn't it fun?
It's very fun. That's the only reason we're here.
Let's continue on. Chad is flaming out worse than Opie. No, Opie was way up here.
He had a longer fall.
Opie had a much longer fall than Chad. Chad never had a rise, so there can't be a fall. Oh, shit.
Oh, he had a dry bar special, though. Don't you forget.
We're on Chrissy's show tomorrow at 8 o'clock Central. So this show will probably start an hour early tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll go at 6. We're going to go at 6 p.m. tomorrow, and then we'll jump on to Chrissy's show at 8 p.m., and we'll hook you guys up with the link to that.
Good fucking thing Frank's here.
Thanks, Frank. Appreciate it, buddy. So we're going to, quick programming note, we're going to start tomorrow's show 6 p.m. Central to 8 p.m.
We don't
Central.
want to short you.
Chris says, Gino looked good in that interview. You guys treated him so well, and it was entertaining. Citizen M says, we think he likes you. Who the fuck said that? One of you were in here the other day saying, that means he likes you. And I'm like,
I don't remember hearing that either.
I don't know. I don't know about that. But anyway.
I wouldn't think so.
That is the Chad Zumock clips from Misery Loves Company. And as I said, it was just fun to watch two grizzled old veteran comedians back up steel toe and talk about what a good show it is while Chad is biting his lips and raging about it.
Not doing well.
Boy, was that lots of fun. All right, guys, we're a little bit behind pace tonight, but that's to be expected. We had a big, long thing like that. 2:15 away from tonight's goal. If you like what we're doing so far this evening and you feel like contributing, there's the Streamlabs link. There's the PayPal link in the chat. Super chats are welcome as well to knock that goal out and do a half hour of overtime. And then, of course, tomorrow night, we're going to have a little bit earlier show, so who knows how that's going to work out. There's the links in the chat. 2:15 away from tonight's goal. Let's see if we can all band together and knock that thing out. Bub says, I'm fascinated by Opie. How could someone who had his own radio show for so many decades have absolutely nothing interesting or funny to say on his videos?
I think largely because when we go back to O&A clips, it was a lot of the people around him.
He
that were
set
the
it up.
Interesting part.
He was the point guard. He'd dribble the ball up the floor,
Yep.
call out the play, and pass the ball off.
He
And then the
needed
other
a-
guys would do the scoring.
He needed his teammates around him.
Yeah. Dub says, cool. Thanks, Aaron and April. So glad you guys stream mornings and occasional evenings. Love your content. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, bud.
Prince Graz says, look, I told y'all when Gino isn't in show mode, he is a very reasonable man. Well, there you go.
He's kind of the same guy, though, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought so, too.
Yeah.
K Fallen the Great says, Aaron, not to stroke your ego, but I'm going to break kayfabe and say I'm proud of you and how far you've come from where you started at 101. Well, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Michael B says he was Steve Nash. That's a great way to put it. Max says, I donate, but stupid YouTube show. I know you don't like it, but here you were listening to the whole thing. I'm starting to think it's all just
He
a
did
gimmick.
stick around.
You did stick around. All right, guys, 2:15 away from that goal. Let's see if we can knock out the business end of this and just have a good time going to I have a feeling if we come up short tonight, we might be kind of butt-fucked for the rest of the week because tomorrow I'm really not expecting. You know what? Tomorrow we might do a VIP drawing.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, because instead of having a goal, because you can knock that out then that way, and also somebody gets a VIP spot out of it.
Sure.
Because if we do a 1 hour early show and then we try to knock out that goal, it's putting way too much pressure on the audience.
I'm excited we have that
in my
show
opinion.
tomorrow.
So we're going to do our show an hour early. We're going to do a fun show. We're going to do a drawing. We're going to give away a VIP to you guys. That way we don't fall behind. And also we can still do a show with no pressure. So that'll be a lot of fun. But again, 2:15 away from our goal tonight. Let's see if we can have a few people band together and knock that thing out. Has anyone said anything regarding the Trump announcement? Has anything happened there?
I haven't heard shit.
Because we're at 8 o'clock.
Is he just throwing that out there every now and then just to keep you on your toes? Ooh, I'm going to make a big announcement.
I have no announcement so far for tonight. There is something that says, rest in peace, Jimmy Fallon. What the fuck? Is that just people just decided to start fucking with Jimmy Fallon?
Oh, boy.
By saying rest in
These are
peace?
good.
Okay, so Jimmy Fallon indeed not dead. $2 from Dub. He says mad props and big ups. Well, thank you. Thank you, Captain Panhandle, for renewing your membership. Again, 2:15 away for tonight. There's PayPal. There's Streamlabs. We're behind for tonight. Let's see if we can knock that out. All right, this is a guy I talked to you about at the beginning of the show. I'm thinking a lot of the internet decided that this guy is a fucking asshole. It's not the best way to spice up a relationship, A California man is being spit roasted. Ooh, fun.
Spit roasted?
Wow. Dick in the ass and in the mouth.
Delicious.
Sounds like a nice way to have a nice, quiet Tuesday.
Sounds good to me.
And it's a California man, so he's used to it. Wait, who gave Paul Pelosi a
Paul
TikTok?
Pelosi.
God damn it.
It was him.
Oh, I know the guy that attacked him got out on bail today. I just didn't realize that I would have thought there was a restraining order or something. Good God, man.
You really got to hammer those spit roast spindles into you.
Yeah, I mean, you really, with a mallet, you just kind of... California man is being spit roasted. God damn. Boomers got to stop writing articles. They don't know what shit means.
Fuck.
A California man is being Eiffel Towered online after... A California man is being rusty tromboned online after...
A train is being ran on this man online.
Oh. A man is being gangbanged online after allegations.
This man's getting railed online.
A man is getting an Alaska fire dragon online.
This man's getting hot Carl'd online.
This man is getting a Cincinnati bow tie online after allegations that his wife is cancerous. A California man is being spit roasted online after allegedly complaining that his wife didn't make him food when he was golfing.
Oh, come on.
Even though she was busy receiving treatment for cancer. Oof.
Not a good look, sir.
I had chemo. Well, you weren't getting your steps in while you were getting chemo, were you? I think somebody has enough energy to make the poppers. Thank you.
I golfed the full 18 holes today.
I did 18 instead of 9. I mean, yeah, I used a cart, but what is this, Russia? Exactly. Thank you very much, April's Ass Cave, for the $1.99. Zumock's girlfriend didn't give up the hole to 3 guys. It's pretty accurate. Pretty accurate, if you ask me.
Oh, fuck.
California man is being spit roasted online after she was getting cancer treatment while he was golfing, and she didn't make him food. A video detailing the inconsiderate spouse's tantrum currently boasts 1.4 million views on TikTok and another 1.3 million on Twitter.
Oh.
Almost 3 million people have watched you be an asshole to your wife.
That's good, though, right?
Oh.
A little bit of karma. Does it fix him? Probably not.
Especially not
No,
if she
he's
dies.
just resentful of her.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. You got me in a lot of trouble, you bitch.
You
never
fucking cancer.
This never would have happened if your cancer ass would have just made the poppers. Fuck. Poor guy had to make his own jalapenos, reads the caption over the clip posted by wife Gonda, who suffers from desmoplastic melanoma, a rare form of skin cancer.
Oh.
Earlier this year, she'd also been diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. God.
So she's getting butt fucked.
The Lord really hates this lady.
Well, she didn't make the jalapenos.
The fuck did she do? Kick a
She
baby
didn't cook
or something?
for him.
Oh my God.
The Lord wants you to cook for your man.
The Bible was really serious about that honoring your husband thing.
Yeah.
Lest you thought the Lord was dicking around. He gave this chick 2 different kinds of cancer.
I shall strike you down.
Ooh. And she didn't get the hint the first time, so he's like, all right, how about a stage 4 tumor? Right in your ass. Stage 4 lung cancer, which she has been combating with regular immunotherapy treatments, per a harrowing clip on her TikTok. Despite battling a potentially terminal disease, Gonda's husband, Gerald, didn't appear too sympathetic to her plight. The aforementioned clip, posted to the couple's joint account at Team Double G, hard R?
Always hard R.
Shows the ogre preparing jalapeno poppers while kvetching that his wife didn't prepare them for him in advance, despite the fact that she was reportedly receiving immunotherapy at the time. Woo.
Now, is there an actual video? Can we see the
We're going to go
TikTok?
find the video on
Okay.
Twitter. I don't want to watch a TikTok. I hate the format. I asked you to do this while I was golfing, the ungrateful Gerald gripes, and I come home and you were sitting on the couch, so apparently I've got to do this myself.
Poor sick woman.
Ooh.
Did not want to make the peppers
Poor
today.
sick woman, poor golfing guy. He
Oh, that's true.
had a great round. She's sitting on her fat ass
His blood sugar's probably low.
with her rotting lungs, not taking proper breaths.
Probably got to cut one of them puppies out.
Yeah. When asked why it's a problem to make them himself, Gonda's husband huffs, "So today's Saturday. I understand you're waiting for the Alabama game, but I want to watch that game too. So if you could have this done while I was golfing, I just come home and eat this. I love this piece of shit."
It does seem like someone you'd like.
This guy is just a complete unapologetic sack of shit, and I love him for it.
When I get my next tumor removed, I promise I'll make you your poppers.
Thank you.
While you golf.
Needless to say, Gonda wasn't going to take her man's belly aching lying down. That's the problem right there. If I could have done it while you were golfing, retorts the fed up wife, so you expected to go play golf all day and then come home and have your jalapeno poppers all ready to go for you. I mean, sounds good to me.
Is it too much to ask, woman?
I guess in a dream world, yeah, that would have been perfect, says Gerald. I love that he's Zumocking this.
You?
He's Zumocking it. He doesn't get where the shame's supposed to be coming in.
Oh my God, though. I could picture you saying exactly
No,
this thing.
I would not if you had cancer.
Are you sure?
If you had cancer, I would feel bad to ask you for anything. You would be able to milk the cancer for all it's worth.
Wouldn't you take me golfing if I had cancer?
I mean, I would, but the minute you went, I'd be like, I'll walk, you can lie down in the cart. I guess in a dream world, that would have been perfect. Well, it appears you're doing a pretty good job, the wife said. Well, sometimes you have to figure it out if your person, you, is not going to help you, scoffs the husband. Oh, my
Oh, they called
God.
him a bozo. Whoever wrote this is old.
I want to see if we can find this video. Oh, here it is. Okay. Yes, a 3-minute video of this guy. God bless. Thank you very much to Hutch Not Starsky with $2. Says, stop being riddled with cancer and bake me a pie. Exactly. Guys, we are 2:10 away from our goal tonight. Quite a ways away. And we are 40 minutes away from the offering plate segment. Let's see if we can knock that down just a little bit. There's the Streamlabs and the PayPal link in the chat. Super chats are welcome as well. Becoming a member is easy, and it qualifies you for some perks. All right, let's watch this guy as we knock down our goal for this evening.
Babe, what are you doing?
What do you mean?
What are you doing in here in the kitchen?
Well, man does not live on bread alone. So I asked you to do this while I was golfing. And I come home and you were sitting on the couch. So apparently I got to do this myself. So I don't know.
Who eats these stuffed bell peppers? No.
In fairness, she doesn't sound that sick.
Oh, my God.
I mean...
Do you have to sound sick?
Well, you should. I mean, how about a little courtesy cough if you're going to not make the jalapeno poppers? At least look like warmed over death, so I know that you couldn't have done it.
You do have a little point. If she has, like, stage 4 lung cancer, you'd think her voice is fucky or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Walter White had lung cancer and his voice was fine.
It's also a fake TV show. So there's that. Are you saying this woman's a work?
Could be.
Oh, no.
No, I think you said that.
But
Those
jalapenos.
are called jalapenos.
Yeah, who eats
What do you
those?
mean, who eats them?
I mean, is
Probably
it,
every American that's ever been born.
These look delicious, actually.
But in this household, if somebody knocks on the door, I'm not giving them to them. So I'm eating them.
okay, and so what?
He does kind of seem like a miserable dick, doesn't he?
He is miserable. Who
Yeah.
golfs with this guy? Probably alone, right?
Oh, yeah.
He probably
the problem
throws
with
clubs.
You making them.
Okay. So today's Saturday. I understand you're waiting for the Alabama game to come on, which is in 10 minutes. But I want to watch that game too. So
What a whiny little twat. I love him.
Don't go golfing that morning then.
Yeah, you
Come
got to
on.
skip golfing that day,
Skip golf,
buddy.
do your poppers.
Yeah. Easy. I mean, context, please.
Do your poppers.
Yeah, do your anal nitrates before the game comes on so we can lube up a Alabama Roll Tide dildo and shove it up your asshole.
Shove a pepper up there.
Different kind of popper.
Good sting.
So if you
Looks
could have
like
done
you better
this,
hurry up. Yeah.
if you could have done this while I was golfing, I'd just come home and eat this.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem right there.
What's the problem?
If I could have done it while you were golfing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So,
I like that this guy's not backing down at all. He's
No.
like, yeah, it makes sense to me.
Do you see his face too? He's just, yeah.
Right. He doesn't see what the problem here is. To him, it makes perfect sense.
He's probably fucking sick of her. Maybe she's like a complainer when she's sick. You know how like when you're sick, you're just,
Oh,
I have attention.
stage 4 lung cancer with a systemic melanoma in my skin. Ooh. Yeah, well, your hands and feet ain't broken. Now shake that ass into the kitchen and make me some poppers.
I feel like he's seconds from saying that.
Yeah. Well, you ain't dead yet, so if you can make some fucking food and make yourself useful, I mean, you should probably pack in the good deeds before you clock out, don't you think?
Make hay while the sun is shining.
Yeah, exactly.
Bitch.
Before you're bedridden and rotting from the inside out, maybe you want to do some things so we have some memories.
You expected to go play golf all day and then come home and have your jalapeno poppers all ready to go for you.
Sounds reasonable.
I guess in a dream world, yeah. That would.
I like this guy. He's like, yeah, I don't really.
Would you go golfing with him?
Yeah. I'd go golfing with this guy. I want to hear his stories.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, it appears to me you're doing a pretty good job.
Well, sometimes you have to figure it out if your person, you, is not going to help you. You got to figure out how to do it yourself.
Think about this though. She's sitting here filming. She could be doing this with him.
Yeah, you're sitting there holding the camera with your tumors and not helping this guy at all.
Clearly, your hands aren't crippled if you can hold a phone.
Wow.
I think that bacon may be a little done considering now it has to go in the oven.
Oh,
she's criticizing.
Okay, it's all right.
Look at that face.
I'd rip out her good lung right now.
Right out of her throat.
After a comment like that, I'm starting to feel sympathy for this guy now.
You know what? I suppose
somebody's milking the cancer.
She probably can't go out golfing with him because of the skin cancer, right? Think about that.
Oh, my skin's burning. Oh, my lungs hurt. Oh, my skin.
Oh, air hurts everything.
Right.
Yeah.
I have an idea. Bacon? No, it seemed all right.
But now
maybe you should go.
Now you're going to bake them in the oven.
Yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit. Heat the stuff up.
He's about to call her a
Maybe
cunt.
you should,
Uh-oh.
So what's the problem with this whole making them yourself, since you are eating them?
Well, that's the problem.
You didn't want to make them yourself?
Yourself, yeah. You didn't do... You just sat on your keister today.
I fucking love him.
Because you had a treatment. Right?
A treatment?
Did he just air quote treatments?
He did.
I love him. He wants a divorce so fucking bad he can taste it.
Why can't people just ask?
Oh,
wow. Is it that hard?
You can't leave someone with cancer, though.
That does... The optics aren't good.
That's a heel move.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. You were having your treatments.
This is like the next surgery I have and Aaron fucking leaves me in the hospital.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking that you probably could have figured out how to do what I'm doing right now.
Well, I did figure out how to do it.
You figured out how to do it.
Yeah. Well, you're doing a great job, so I hope you enjoy them when they're done.
He seems dry as fuck.
Yeah, that guy.
Just really dry humor.
That guy just wanted some poppers. He's been taking care of a cancer lady all this time, and
probably goes golfing to get away from it for a little bit.
Yeah, he just wants somebody to make him some fucking poppers, and the guy's not a friend in the world. This poor guy.
Would you like to make some of those soon?
No, I'm not a jalapeno man.
Really?
No.
I can do it every now and then.
I'm not a spice fella. All right, guys, 2:10 away from this evening's goal. We got to hit that so we break even here. About 30 minutes away from the offering plate segment. So if you feel like chipping in, there's the Streamlabs, there's the PayPal. How about some new names in there? How about that? How about we don't have the same people? How about we just have a bunch of 10s or a bunch of 5s and we just run them off one after the other?
New members.
And, yeah, new memberships. That's a good one because then you get in a drawing. And next week is the drawing. No, 2 weeks from tomorrow.
And
is the drawing.
Sunday show.
Yes, and you get the free Sunday 1-hour show as well. Grinch Girl says she's too old to trap him with a baby, so she faked cancer.
Interesting. We could have some fan fiction to this.
Look, she seems in a lot better shape than, the story makes you feel.
It just, for me... Like, as my own person, it always bothers me. Like, if somebody wanted your help, but you can sit there and film it and you're not helping them, that bothers me. Like, you could be cooking with him at least.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I was just trying to read while you were talking. I was trying to multitask and clear out some shit. What does that mean? Loved your interview with Gino. That's from Frank. The SC was going to be because of that, but I couldn't help the timing.
Simcast, right?
Oh, the Simpcast was going to be because of that, but I couldn't help the timing. Oh, well, that's fine. Oh, look at the follow I just got, April. Did you get that follow? Check that follow. The lovely and talented Keanu, Gino Bisconte's significant other.
No.
That's very nice. Oh, well, you know what? Just write to her and say, hey, you fucking bitch.
Absolutely.
Why didn't you follow me?
The only two people I think I've had follow me are E-Rock and Hughesy.
Oh,
no, I've had Chrissy and Frank follow me a few weeks back.
What
but
about
that's
What about Bob?
Nope.
No Bob?
No Bob, no Gino.
Bob will be there soon.
It's okay.
I promise.
It's not the big deal.
Tim says, I gave all my money to the Stuttering John Cancer Foundation. Oh, no. You got ripped off. God damn it. Now I feel bad for you. Oh, shit. 210 away from that goal if you want to help out. Speaking of Stuttering John, there has been a rumor going around. I looked into this after someone wrote to me about it, and I checked out Muttering Jay and some other people on Twitter. John is, I correct me if I'm wrong, still charging people for his Patreon.
Even though he's
in
not
November
there.
and December, even though he's not doing shows.
Wouldn't you? What else does he have going on?
I mean, in a way, I understand. Like, it's not like he can go through his Patreon and just start kicking people out.
That's what Red Bar did, too.
Yeah, I mean, people still paid for the Scars Club.
Yeah.
And now, in fairness to Red Bar, and in fairness to John, I guess, too, the backlog is up. Like, you can go
The
watch.
archives, yeah.
Yeah, you can go watch the old stuff. But he's not producing any new content, and people are still getting charged, and they're upset about that. Very rarely will I stick up for Stuttering John, but I also pride myself on being fair. Stuttering John, like, if you don't want to be charged while he's not providing new content, cancel the Patreon.
He canceled the whole thing.
No, the fans. He didn't cancel his Patreon. It's still up there. People will still...
I see. You're telling the fans to cancel it.
Yeah, if you don't like it, then, get off the Patreon.
Well, yeah,
Get
that's
out of
what I
there.
do.
Zen Rhino says he's going to try sliding into Aaron's DMs later tonight.
Who?
Bob? That's fine.
Everyone's in Aaron's DMs. already.
JJ says, Chad definitely following you both under a burner account. I don't actually, you know what? I don't think so.
No, I don't think he follows either of us. At least not me.
Zen Rhino says, I'm either voting for DeSantis in 2024 or a libertarian. Couldn't care less about Trump. Hutch Not Starsky says, I gave all my money to Chad's Parkinson's relief fund. Oh, you know what? That does seem like an emergency.
It's a big deal.
Zen Rhino says, Crowder has subscriptions with Mug Club, and he usually takes off December and part of January, and the pay pigs keep paying. It's one of those things where if you know that ahead of time and you still sign up for it, that's kind of on you, right? Zen Rhino says, I delete my bank card information from my Google account and say, screw you, John. Yeah, I mean, if people want to, if they don't like that, then they can cancel the membership.
I did that with most of my Twitch things.
Why Do I Podcast says, no, he took all the old stuff down. Nothing left on Patreon. Okay, well, then I'm wrong.
Well, that's even shittier.
If he's not providing any content, then yeah, fuck him. Get off of there. What are you doing? Yeah. Don't give him any more of your money. Marquise says, I spent all my money at Chad Zumock's douchey hat emporium. Oh, that is a terrible investment.
Marquise, don't shop there.
I understand. I get it. Guys, don't let David pull the trigger. Come on. I'd rather miss the goal tonight than poor David.
I would too.
Whale us out of this thing. $10 from David says, trigger fingers getting itchy. Let's get that goal. You heard him, guys. 2:05 away. David wants you guys to knock out that goal. I don't want David's trigger finger getting itchy.
I don't think David's even gotten back to me about what extra shit he wants from me.
Right. I want him to pick out anything he wants from the old
give you something extra.
from the store. Well, I guess the store's got to be up for that to happen. Whoopsie daisy.
He can request something. I can get it made for him.
Pretty sure if it's a 48-hour turnaround that it'll be up tomorrow afternoon. So anyway, there's all the information. Again, 2:05 away from said goal. Aaron, It is his YouTube memberships that he cannot stop. His mods and members are pissed about it, as you stated. Well, again, you don't have to renew all of these things. You can get rid of them. You can abandon ship. You can do all of that stuff.
It's as easy as like going into your Google and manage subscriptions. You can get right out of it.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
People are saying they've been having YouTube troubles, that they have to refresh the show on their mobile. That sucks. There's nothing on our end that's having any issues. It could be
mine's up to date and everything.
Could be a YouTube thing. Who knows? All right. Hey, is Blueface the guy who keeps getting in those fights?
Domestics? Yes, he is. What happened?
Oh, he got arrested for murder.
Did he kill a bitch?
Dude, if he killed his bitch, I totally get it. Blueface is the guy, right?
That is the guy.
Him and the chick, they always fight in
Yep.
bars, and they're fighting, and the police get called, and then they go home and they make a live stream, and they go, no, it's fine.
No, it's fine.
We love each other.
Is that bitch dead?
We were just a little too fucked up.
Please go there.
I haven't read it yet, but oh my fucking God, if he got arrested for murdering her, it's one of the most, in hindsight, we all should have saw this thing coming story of 2022.
Grinch Girl has a point. Could be self-defense.
I would say yes.
God, that'd be so
Blueface
awesome.
arrested for attempted murder.
Oh, that's not as cool.
Well, attempted murder, it's not as cool. I'm sorry.
It wasn't me, so I wanted something juicy.
In the footage, you see Blueface and his girlfriend sitting
Of
on a bench
course.
looking at their phones when all of a sudden a swarm of undercover officers run over and grab him and throw him against the wall. Nope. So she wasn't the target. Well, that sucks.
Unless he did it previously and she tipped them off to where they were going to be.
That's Blueface. The undercover cops just pulled up on him, bro. They got him. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Look, that's Blueface right there.
Wow.
And Krayshawn. They just got his ass and threw him down.
I mean, he's the one who's like always getting his ass kicked by her. And he
That's what I'm
tried
saying.
to kill somebody?
Or, like I just said, maybe like she's doing this, like she called in a tip and said, hey, we're going to be right here. He's done this,
She
this, and
ratted
this
him
to
out?
me. And they went for it because she said he tried to kill her or something.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. They're both crazy. Doesn't seem that far off.
Well, there's the...
got Blueface out here, bruh. And Krishan.
Look at this.
Oh.
They robbing him.
No, they're not robbing.
They're not robbing him. They're taking him down to central booking, as it were. Oof.
That's interesting. I can't wait till the story comes out.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really give us a lot of details. They were executing an open warrant for his arrest. Felony attempted murder with the use of deadly firearm or tear gas. He's facing an additional charge of discharging a gun into a house, building, vehicle, or craft. The incident that got Blueface arrested occurred on October 8th.
Oh, they've
Okay.
had domestics since then.
Oh, yeah, those two have been fighting and swinging at each other like way back. Like,
Constant brawls.
Yeah, this is nothing new. Nothing new.
Just a
for
quick
that
Donnybrook.
couple. Right, just a quick Donnybrook, and now all of a sudden it's attempted murder. Let's see, we got about 25 minutes until the offering plate segment. 2:05 away from tonight's goal. If we could hit that, we'll do 30 minutes of overtime. Orange Boy with $15 says, I pledge 100 more. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
195 away from our goal. Let's see if we get inside of 150 by the offering plate segment. That usually puts us in a decent spot. We'll get to that one later. Don't you worry.
That was gross.
You remember Courtney Clenney?
The OnlyFans lady?
She's the psychotic but kind of hot OnlyFans chick who was dating that guy and then she killed him. And now she's trying to go self-defense. She's not denying killing the guy.
She didn't do it once. Really?
She's not denying killing him.
I thought she was.
No, she's denying that she murdered him.
We watched a video on her recently where before the death she had tried to get ahead of things and get that restraining order or something or get him kicked out.
That was a different incident. That was a domestic incident. That's before she killed him.
That's what I just said.
Yeah. So they've had their share of problems. I mean, in hindsight, I'm sure this guy wishes he would have, tapped out a while ago. Yeah, but, I guess crazy pussy smells the best. Courtney Clenney, the OnlyFans model accused of murdering her boyfriend, is soaked in blood almost head to toe in newly released photos moments after her arrest. Yeah, see.
Oh, my God.
If you're being charged with murder, these are not the photos you want shown in court.
Those were white pants.
Yeah, you don't want this shown to everybody. You don't want the courtroom seeing you covered in blood.
Oh, my God, that's horrific.
After a guy's been killed. Clenney was photographed back in April, shortly after cops got her back to the station, and you can see her sweats are nearly complete. Oh!
I told you, those are white pants stained red.
Fuck!
Because you can see just a little chunk up here where it was white.
Oh, I see. Okay, I thought the blood was just down here by the shin.
No, those whole things were white.
Oh, my God.
So she's just sitting there right in it.
She did a number on that fella.
You can see it's like on her too.
I don't know if there's such a thing as self-defense stains, but those don't look it.
That's not a self-defense stain. The only thing I could maybe buy is that she was holding him while he was bleeding out or something. That's it.
Wow. Which is what you do in a self-defense situation.
Definitely. If you really, really are scared of this guy, you're going to hold him while he dies.
There also appeared to be blood left behind on her hand and all over the Miami condo where they lived. They'd already gotten a sense of how gory the crime scene was, as there was video of the aftermath showing Clenney in handcuffs as officers were investigating. Clenney insists she stabbed her boyfriend, Christian Abumseli, in self-defense. We've since learned their relationship was volatile, as cops have been called during their disputes in the past. Since then, she's been charged with second-degree murder and is currently in custody awaiting trial. A bond hearing was scheduled today. So,
not good.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Miss Clenney, is it?
Clenney. I don't know. Stop dating OnlyFans models.
Look, first of all, you got a woman who's showing her pussy to half the world. It's not as exclusive as you might think it is. Second of all, she's been hitting you. You've been trying to get the fuck out of there.
She's called the cops.
She's called the cops numerous times to frame you. She did that bullshit with the cops where she went, he's going to try to go get a restraining order. How do I go get one also?
First.
How do I go get one first?
She wanted one first.
Yeah.
For optics.
Well, I have to, and she's telling the cops, I have to beat him there because it's going to look bad if I don't get it first. It's like, Jesus, bitch, do you keep anything under your
I'm
hat?
afraid to walk my dogs.
It's like the quiet part out loud all the time with you guys?
Yeah.
Good fuck. I do want to welcome Tommy McNulty to the chat. Tommy's the guy that Gino won't say his name. He calls him Fat Boy or Chubby or whatever.
Oh, okay, sure.
I will say this. Tommy's one of those guys I was talking about, along with Atticus Flynn and those others that I was telling Gino in the interview today. Like, why don't you just let it go? You know, because with those guys, I see them on Twitter. And there's only one time I wrote to Tommy and I said, dude, you need to get help. And then he wrote me back with something. He's like, would you hold me and call me a doctor? I'm like, this guy's fucking around.
He's having fun.
And then I wrote back to Tommy. I'm like, I see what you did. You know what? I got it. I got fished in a little bit myself. These guys, that's part of their thing.
It's
you know,
okay.
we're having fun on our show. And Tommy McNulty and Atticus Flynn and these other guys who have always been pretty nice to this show, they are having their fun their way. And that should just be all kind of part of the process. People are having this weird word for this now that more people are getting famous doing streaming and shit.
Mm-hmm.
They've got this word called parasocial relationship. We're like,
strange.
These fans are getting too close and they're doing this and they're doing that. Why is it that we get to go to them and we get to sit here and tap dance and do our little thing and shake our little tin can for coins, you know, and hitting goals and shit? But then when they want to exercise their fandom however they want, we get to call when it's too close or when it's inappropriate. Or I think the only inappropriate is things that would be inappropriate like in daily life. You know? Like if you followed your neighbor too close, you know?
I don't know how I feel about that, I guess. I think if you are the guy, like you're the host of some show or something, you can choose not to address these people or engage them.
Right, you can choose not to engage with them, but you can't tell them, you can't like me this way, or you can't criticize my show that way.
Yeah, that's not possible.
I don't like that shit. I don't like that term parasocial. Like, if it gets, like, stalker dangerous, then yeah, you gotta...
I just typically don't...
do something.
I only go on my social medias for the most part I actually do engage with the fans, like, in messaging and stuff when they need stuff from me or want to know about show things or merch. I don't really get into all that shit.
Tommy says, but Steele is a virile man. I don't deny it. Well, you are a gentleman, Tommy. Thank you very much. Now I'm going to surround your car and beat you. Paul says, sometimes I feel like I'm the real freak. I like sex and to an extent also violence, but I very much hate them combined. Well, look at you drawing lines. Zen Rhino says, if you stream IRL, you can't say people are getting too close. You're literally out in the street live streaming. Yeah, like if you're...
That I agree with.
Yeah, if you're one of these RV streamers or walking the streets and just going, isn't this shit weird kind of guys, yeah, you don't get to say anything about people getting too close. I agree with that. Zen Rhino says, did you not see what I said about no pussy is worth getting killed over? Yeah.
It's not. There's usually quite a few red flags before you get to that point.
I think Tommy was right. He said earlier, he goes, this guy was trying to get out. And she didn't want him to get out. I mean, they have numerous recordings of like her screaming at this guy because he said hi to a woman on his bike.
She seems all about optics. So, yeah, of course, if he's leaving her, that doesn't look good for her. Like, she needs to leave him, right?
Citizen M says, what Ashton Birdie and I have isn't parasocial. It's real. Never said it wasn't. Citizen M, never said it wasn't. I am not here questioning you and Ashton. I'm sure you two will be very happy together, or as happy as the two of you can be. Thank you, Zen Rhino, for the 305 over there on PayPal. We appreciate that, buddy. That brings us to 190 away from tonight's goal, and we got what? We got 20 minutes to knock it out. Let's see if we can do that. Tommy says best way to break up with a woman is over the phone. Allow her to keep everything.
He has a point. You can just hang up on her when she starts going crazy.
Yep. And like with a girlfriend.
And just don't go back for your shit. Make sure before you make that phone call, you've already been to wherever your shit was and you grabbed what was important and you got out of there.
Yeah.
I think that's actually a good point.
Just don't date. I mean, they throw up red flags and warning signs all over the place. Like they just throw them out to you and all you got to do is see them.
Is the pussy that good? Like, do people just go blind to that shit because the sex is good? I don't know, because I've heard some bad stories.
Also, from the perspective of men and the way we think, women in general are a level of crazy to us. Like, just the way you guys approach life and the way you generally tend to think compared to how we do. You're all some level of nuts to us. We don't fucking get it in the least. It seems too complicated, whatever. So maybe you've got guys out there who they just go... They see a hot chick and they go, oh, that's just a different kind of crazy than I'm used to seeing.
A different brand.
Yeah, it's just a different brand. It's, Trix versus Cheerios. She's just a more colorful kind of crazy. I think a lot of women see most men that way too, though. Just because of, like, different variations of aggression and shit like that. Yeah. I'm not, like, speaking for myself. I've just heard some things. Tommy says, tell her. It's pretty good. Yeah, April, you're great.
What?
Yeah. It's awesome.
Oh.
It's unbelievable.
What is going on here? I'm so confused.
It's remarkable. You asked if having sex with a crazy person is good.
That's kind of what I thought you meant.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
It's the crazy hot scale, says Tim Downs. JJ says they draw their face for an hour. They draw on their face for an hour before going out. Of course they're fucking crazy. That's a good one.
That is insane.
If you have one that takes forever to get ready, get the fuck out of there.
Watch that makeup budget, too. Like, if you've got a ginormous hunk missing out of your daily bill money, yes. Oh, boy.
Absolutely.
I've seen people go into, like, credit card debt for makeup before because they thought they were going to make it as, like, an Instagram model, but, like, for doing makeup tutorials and shit.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Oh, I don't know. It's not good.
They thought they were going to make it as an Instagram model?
Mm-hmm.
I can't handle these fucking people.
It's really expensive.
Patrick says everyone likes their own brand, right? This is magic. Don Lemonade says those chicks define the term post-nut clarity. Never worth it, but we're dumb. Yeah, then you get into such a degree that you don't really think you can get out.
Seen that before.
Like this guy. For a great example is this dude, the guy who got killed by Clenney.
Well, she probably makes weird threats behind the scenes too, like, oh, if you leave me, I'll hurt myself or hurt a dog or something like that. I'll hurt one of the dogs.
I'll adopt a kid just to fucking kill it. What? I don't understand.
I'll stop taking my birth control.
Oh, boy. And then you'll go, all right, whatever you want. Name it.
Just take that pill, bitch.
I'll slip it in a fucking muffin. I swear to God, I'll slip it in a muffin.
Plan B every day until you start taking it again.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'll drive you across state lines to get an abortion. Are you fucking kidding me? That's what I get for cheering when that Roe v. Wade decision got overturned. That's God showing me. 190 away from the goal tonight. If you feel like chipping in there, Streamlabs and PayPal. 10 minutes away from our awful, cringy, beggy offering plate segment to knock out that goal, break even for the day, and do 30 minutes of overtime. We add 30 minutes on to the end of our show when we knock that out. SH says, my friend said when he gets sick of a relationship, he admits to cheating. clever.
Aaron would sign off on that one.
I just did it.
And so, yeah, that was me.
That guy just admits to it. Yeah.
No, that's funny.
That guy doesn't even do it.
No, you just absolutely lead
I
in.
just go ahead.
No, I'm going to go cheat, and then I've got no choice but to get out
If I'm going to get in trouble for it, and I'm going to get told, everyone's going to get told that I'm doing it.
Oh.
What am I going to do? Jerk off in my bedroom and lie about it? No.
We had a discussion about this the other day. If you're going to get accused of all these things, you might as well be doing it.
That's why, the girls who like always go through your phone and check your shit and are you doing this? Those guys are going to end up cheating on you.
You're manifesting that cheating right now.
Yeah, it's speak it, believe it, receive it. You just keep going through his shit and you keep, asking him where he's been and everything else. Like, I might as well go get some pussy.
I'm actually going over to my other lady's house right now.
Yeah.
Thanks for asking.
Tommy says people on EBT received $20 cash this month, so donate. Oh, yeah, fucking
Thanks,
empty
Tommy.
it out. No, we become a member,
I think you should only spend your EBT here.
Yeah, become a member. If you're on EBT, do not give this program a fucking dime. Jesus Christ.
I disagree with him.
Dig out of the hole you're in, for Christ's sake.
Nah, you'll get some good advice here, and then you'll dig out of the hole. Fuck it.
Hutch Not Starsky says, I just confessed that I'm an alcoholic. See, everybody's got their tactic on how they tap out of relationships.
Interesting. You just admit to something you didn't do.
SH says, oh no, he cheats. He's always cheating. He just admits to it when he wants out. Oh, okay.
It's funny. He just keeps his options open.
Here I thought, yeah, okay.
Oh, that's good.
Marquise with a $2 super chat says, can I get a racial joke from April?
Pull it
April,
up quick.
It's all right.
I'll read it.
Racial joke. Here we go.
For my favorite black man ever.
Oh, God, you can't Google that because it just goes, how racist humor fuels white supremacy.
You can. There's going to be one.
Jokes that aren't funny, racism and harassment. What do you... Oh, boy. Can't read that one.
Why?
Yeah, they don't... If you Google...
Really?
Yeah.
Funny.
I honestly...
racist.
No, I can't see them.
No, not gunny racist joke.
Guinea racist joke, I think is what you meant to say.
Racist joke.
That is funny.
Marquise, I'm trying for you.
Here, duckduckgo.com.
Boycott these jokes. I'm going to laughfactory.com.
Here you go.
Okay.
I got one for you, April.
Okay.
No, not that one.
Find me one I can read.
I'm trying to find one you can read, but is also funny.
Well, that one's kind of fun.
It's kind of a sticky wicket. What's his nuts with $25 over there on PayPal? That was very much appreciated, sir. 165 away from our goal tonight, so we're getting a little closer before we get to that offering plate segment. We might still knock it out tonight, and tomorrow night, no goal. We're gonna give away a VIP spot.
A VIP.
We're gonna give away a VIP.
I could read that
on tomorrow's show.
One.
Right? All right. Okay, April, go ahead.
Okay, Marquise. What do you call a black man selling drugs?
What do you call a black man selling drugs?
A pharmacist, you racist.
Oh, that's a little too innocent for my blood, but
look,
I get it.
We have restraints here.
Oh shit, I didn't get the memo.
Join us at one of our shows sometime when the cameras are off.
Wait, we have an HR department? The fuck?
Right
I'd like to report sexual harassment. I think there's been a rape up there.
There's counter charges being made.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck that bitch. She's a liar. Tell you that right now. Hamburgers.
We've got a problem.
Hey, I got one. What does a get on his SATs?
What does he get?
Barbecue sauce. See? I know some. And you don't know what I meant because I didn't say what the person was.
Oh. What do watermelon and chicken have in
Oh,
common?
what?
Absolutely nothing, you moron.
Oh, okay. I see what you're... Marquise says, what? I didn't get that. There's no reason for you to. There's no reason.
There's never a reason.
Nope. Hey, do you want me to prove to you that there's no God?
I'm not sure I was ready for that today, but I think we can make it.
I'm kind of doing the opposite of Nicolas Cage in Con Air, where he
Yeah.
went, I'm going to show you God does exist. I'm going to show you God died a long time ago.
Can God die?
This is a giant church. Dare I say a cathedral. And watch what they're having in the Lord's house. The fact that this building was not struck by the largest thunderbolt in the world and burned to the ground shows that God is dead.
Her name is Britta Filter, and she is
Britta
the
Filter.
Queen of New York. Yeah!
Get ready. That's a drag queen.
It
No.
is, of course, it's a Catholic cathedral here. I mean, it's not surprising.
And no, it is not Kamala the Ugandan giant. They aren't walking around shirtless going like this. All right?
What is going on here? What is this?
Told you, God's dead and we're all alone.
This looks like mass, though, right?
Again, if there were a God, would this building not be on fire right now?
Oh, yeah. It needs my Oh, my God, no.
Like, this is what I want to tell these New Age Christians. Like, I'm not a religious guy, so, it doesn't fucking matter. But what I do want to tell these New Age live and let live, like, everything's fine kind of Christians is, guys, there are fucking rules, okay? We can't
Just for
do
existing.
Right, we can't do an everything goes kind of thing. Otherwise, everyone can just say, "Oh, I love God. I'm going to go to heaven." Blah, blah. There's got to be rules. It's got to be an exclusive club, okay? You got to follow. This isn't an eat all you want and not get fat diet.
I mean, a lot of religions have rules.
Yes.
Like, there's a lot of religions that would never allow this.
This is not a rule.
And you know
this
what?
This is a breaking a rule.
People aren't going to those religions and saying, "Oh, you're just disgusting."
I mean, they are.
They just are kind of left alone. I think.
They are, but they just don't care. Oh my! Oh no!
But I'm confused why we're doing this.
Because God is dead. They are taunting the Almighty. That's what they're doing. Fantasy Ruler says, "Is that Lizzo?" It very well could be.
No, that was smaller than Lizzo.
Oh, okay, you know what? I apologize to that person. It's not so much that Kanye's trainer threatened to put him on drugs and turn him into a zombie that made me think he was like a Canadian-Israeli super agent trying to brainwash celebrities. It's the fact that he's Lizzo's trainer and he doesn't seem the least bit concerned with her health.
That's a good point.
Yeah. I mean...
Oh, yes, Queen, you look so good.
Yes, Queen, you look fantastic. Now, how did you vote?
Exactly. That's exactly it.
It's exactly. As soon as Kanye said he was going to vote for Trump, that is exactly when the pills started coming out.
I mean, I have some faith. Okay, I grew up in a church and all that shit, and just that would never fly. I remember like our church was just like kind of up in arms over like the whole gay marriage was allowed thing.
Right.
Okay, that's not happening. You're right. People stray so far from what their religion says it's okay with.
Right. And then they just they make excuses for themselves. They're like, "Oh, God would be fine with this."
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure God is sitting. He's like a dad sitting in a 60s rocking chair. You know, one of those recliners that has the cloth cover, the rough cloth cover. You know, the kind of brown patchy
I know
kind of
exactly
cover.
the one.
And he's got his feet up and he sees that. He goes, "Oh, fucking come on! I said no, clearly." They're not listening. Burn it down. A pestilence, and not one made in a Chinese lab. I mean a real one. Let's get a fucking body count here, boys. Jesus, God. I haven't seen him this mad since the plague. Ooh, we're in for it.
Did you hear what you just said? Jesus, God.
Oh, well, they're talking to God.
No, the whole Jesus and God thing.
Jesus.
Dummy.
Matt Melt says, "I thought we built them a place of worship in their own neighborhood." Try that shit in an urban Baptist church. Try
There's
it.
just no-
Fucking try. Try a drag show in a Baptist church in the inner city. I'm sure you'd be thrown out on your fucking ear.
There's just no reason for that to be in a church, okay? You can't tell me that person's religious, by the way.
Yeah.
There's not a chance.
Well, they wouldn't
They're
let
only in there for like, "Ooh, I'm getting these guys."
They wouldn't let the kids into the bars anymore for the drag shows, so they thought they'd go to the churches, Next step. Fantasy Ruler says, "My rosy palms are burning." Standalone Cakehorn says, "I think that pastor was wearing something with rainbow colors, so that would not be a Catholic church." No.
That was a cathedral, though, wasn't it?
It looked like it, yeah.
I thought so.
Marquise says Ends would lose their shit over that. Yeah, Go to a Baptist church in the inner city and have a drag show and then watch that shit be put a stop to immediately.
But did you see the congregation in this one? That's basically what we were looking
whites.
at.
I saw
Really?
a lot of whites.
Oh, that's not what I saw.
Yeah, I saw a lot of whites. Yeah, Fantasy Ruler says, or don't give your 10-year-old son a tattoo, right? Take him to a drag show. Let them change their gender. But then on the other side of things, tell them that you can't get a tattoo when you're 10 or we'll put your mom in jail because you're not old enough to make that kind of permanent decision.
Yeah, and now let's get children's sermons from drag queens. That's fine. With their asses out at church, by the way.
It's fucking insane.
I don't care if you're a normal person. Like, that's not okay. Like, I don't have my ass out at church.
Really? Oh,
No.
you're missing out.
Just when the old men like to yank on my
Yeah.
skirt a little.
I was raised Catholic, so my ass was out in church all the time, but never by choice.
It's actually just a hole in your fucking robe you wore.
What they made me do. They told me it made me closer. God wanted to see.
It's ventilation.
They said God wants to see how you wipe. I said, that sounds a little invasive, but
They had you with the wiping, too?
anything for the Lord. All right, guys, let's fire up the music and bust out those offering plates and see if we can fill her up. 165 away from our goal tonight. We've got 5 minutes left in regulation, which we will use to ask you guys to knock out that goal. And if you reward us, if we've done a good enough job for you tonight, if you reward us by knocking out that entire goal or getting us within 50 in that 5 minutes, we'll throw an extra 30 minutes onto tonight's show and give you some of your favorite lol cows. So fire up the music. Let's see if we knock it out. Here we go. Fantasy Ruler says some Opie tonight. Yes, I have some Opie and some Brendan Schaub on the and this is our last goal for the evening show of the week. So this is the last one. Tomorrow night it's going to be we're going to give away a VIP spot, so we don't need a goal for that. The people who want to enter that drawing will handle all that. And we'll be giving away one. If we get to a certain point, we'll give away 2 VIPs tomorrow night. But it's going to start an hour earlier at 6 p.m. Central because we got to be on Simpcast at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Central Time. All right, guys. 165 away from our goal. There's the Streamlabs and the PayPal in the chat. If you feel like chipping in, please do. If you'd like to become a VIP, it's $250 in 1 week. You get all 3 T-shirts, the hoodie, the 2 5.5-inch vinyl stickers. You also get a free piece of merch every time we come out with a new one, and entrance into a $100 drawing every month, and 2 free tickets to every live event we do. 165 away from said goal. Looking at Super Chats, PayPal, and Streamlabs.
We got it.
If you'd like to contribute to the program, we are a little over 2 minutes away from the end of regulation here. Whatever we don't hit will roll into the morning shows, or we knock it out and we add 30 minutes on to the end of the show. So let's see if in the next 3 minutes here we can knock this goal out tonight. Citizen M says April doesn't have her ass out in church because she knows Jesus loves her. If it was unrequited, she'd have her rear door wide open. There you go. Alex says, what does a white girl have in common with a brick? Eventually, they'll both be laid by a Mexican. Jesus, that got dark.
I will say I've never had sex with a Mexican.
No.
Not even once.
Oh, you're a bigot. That's for sure.
Does that make me a bigot?
I think so. I think it makes you a bigot. All right, guys, 2 minutes away. God damn you, David.
Don't tell me.
David, you son of a bitch.
You have to talk to me and tell me what
David,
I can get you.
you have to ask what you have to tell us what you want because you're entitled to all of it.
What happened?
100 from David. He's a whale this fucking last 2 weeks.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus, David. $60 away from said goal.
Thank you.
Just make sure you're keeping something for yourself,
I
for
know.
fuck's sake. $60 away from tonight's goal. And now let's take it the rest of the way as fucking Dave Bignuts here. He's the new Kevin Smith. He's the new
He owns us.
Olsen Tree. He's the new S. Leiter.
Arson.
Catastrophe Arson. Just every once in a while, these people go, you know what? I'm going to take it upon myself to have ownership of this program and, make Steel Toe sing my praises constantly all the time. It's only fair that you name the studio the David Studio. I think so. I think we should call it the David Studio.
I agree.
$60 away from our goal. Thank you, Fauci's Pangolin. And David said, sorry, trigger finger spasm. Yeah, thank you, David.
Thanks, David.
We do appreciate that. All right, if we get 15 more in, we do the overtime on credit. Otherwise, 40 seconds away from the end of regulation.
God, that shit's nerve-wracking. David, email me. I don't care what you do.
Let's see if we get the rest of the way there. There's the links in the chat. Super Chats, Streamlabs, PayPal. It's all there to knock out that goal. Otherwise, $60 away. We are, if we get inside of 50, we will add 30 minutes onto the show and knock out the rest of the goal at that time.
I have breaking news.
All right, 10 seconds left. Well, we're not going to get that breaking news because we are not going to hit tonight's goal, but we're only 60 away. Not bad, guys. Not bad at all. And David, thank you very much. Fucking David with another $5.
Thanks,
55
David.
Away from our goal today, and that is time right there. That's it. All right. Well, we're gonna head out of here. It looks like 55 away from our goal tonight. April, what was the breaking news you had before we head out?
At 8:29, former President Donald Trump officially announces 2024 bid for the White House. It happened. So, no DeSantis, I bet. If I were DeSantis, I would not run with that.
So Trump's going to run for president, suck all the fucking oxygen out of the room.
I know.
And
you saw it coming, though. There was no way he wasn't going to.
A lot of his candidates lost in this election.
And he's old, too.
And he's old and all that other shit.
Well, fuck.
Well, I tell you what, if Joe Biden wants a second term, he's got it. That's for sure. Oh, shit. Balls deep with $10. That puts us at 45.
Thank you.
So I think now we have to do 30 minutes.
I don't care. It's fine.
It came in a little after time, but fair is fair. We said if we got inside of 50, we do the 30 minutes. I mean, we can't just take people's money and run away. We got to give them what we promised.
God, this isn't good because now all like the and look, not everyone that votes for him is like a MAGA person or anything, but now those people are revived again.
Yeah, I hear you. No, I mean, look, we'll
It's
talk.
tiresome.
We'll talk. We'll talk about it a little bit here. Thank you very much to Need Trump. $40 away from tonight's goal. Thank you guys very much. Let's knock out the rest of that 40, and we'll be good to go for tonight. What did Tommy say? See, that steel toe has integrity. He ends a show on time. A professional, not a money sellout whore. Give more, people. Wait a minute. That kind of contradicts. You're saying I'm a professional, but now you're saying give more.
He likes how you're doing things. Just take the compliment.
He likes that we're like, hey, we take our L's if they come. Like,
yeah, that
look,
was a compliment.
We got
I think.
I mean, maybe he meant it that way.
Are you insecure?
Remarkably.
Tommy likes you.
How long have you known me? Unbelievably insecure.
Long enough.
Thank you guys very much. $40 away. So we got a half hour of overtime coming your way here. We'll go until 9:30. Again, quick program note. We will be on at 6 p.m. Central Time tomorrow evening as we have to go on Chrissy's show.
6 a.m. and 6 p.m.
At 8.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. Boy, you think we should have started doing it that way? I mean, 6 a.m., 6 p.m. makes a little bit of sense. All right, let's check it out. Trump announcement. Well, I guess if Biden wants 4 more years, he's got 4 more years then, right?
I know.
All right, here you go, guys. Here's the speech.
In order to make America great and glorious again, I am tonight announcing my candidacy for President of the United States.
Crowd not as big as they used to be. I'll say that.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with the crowd or anything. It's just kind of sad. I was really hoping for a new guy.
Yeah. Somebody who won't be 80 when he gets out of office.
So many incredible friends and family here tonight. It's such a beautiful thing. Some people say, how do you speak before so many people all the time? When there's love in the room, it's really easy, if you want to know the truth. It really is.
Well, there you go. Donald Trump is going to run for president a third time.
Kind of saw that coming, though.
Yeah, he's going to. I was hoping he wouldn't.
Yep. You could cross your fingers, but you knew the answer.
I was hoping he wouldn't, but there he is. Oh, well. No way Biden is running in 2024, says Fantasy Ruler.
I bet he will now.
Tommy McNulty says, wow, I know her in the person. Her man threatens me all the time. Have a great show. Oh, Chrissy? Oh, well, sorry about that, bud. I don't, I hope you're not being, I hope you're not being threatened. That's too bad.
No threats.
You've been nothing but kind here, sir.
You seem cool.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad. I feel like Tommy just kind of slumped when we said we were going on that show, and he goes, he's mean to me, and I don't like that.
We like you, Tommy. Come back.
I felt like I hit the poor guy now. Now I feel like a bag of shit.
Come back in the morning. You can be safe here.
So Donald Trump's trying to pull a Grover Cleveland and be the guy who becomes president, loses it, and then comes back and runs again and wins it. Wow.
I don't know.
They're saying Ron DeSantis 2028. I mean, pretty much.
Yeah, I would not run against Trump if I were him. I wouldn't soil my candidacy that way.
No. If we could put Rand Paul's brain in a more charismatic guy, unstoppable, says Dave. I agree, man. I wanted him in 2016. I was sad when he didn't win. But alas, we got what we got.
Okay, so who's going to be his running mate, do you think? Because obviously Pence totally dumped the guy.
Matt Gaetz. I don't know. Carrie Lake, the chick who just ran for governor of Arizona. I mean, she likes him. Yeah, probably a Carrie Lake or somebody like that. Shit. Well, we get to... I feel like I have to train myself to get ready for the zoo that's coming now.
At least there's going to be some good, debates and shit, probably.
Who wants to run against him in the Republican field? Because they know
Nobody.
if they... Dude, it's over. Because if he loses, he's going to whine. He's going to bitch. He's going to say it wasn't legit. He's not going to back the person who wins. If DeSantis... I think DeSantis would beat him. But I think Trump would run as a third party, take enough Republican votes that the Democrat wins. I don't see him just announcing that he's president, in my opinion, handed it to the Democrats.
I keep going back and forth on everything in my head because if it were him or Biden, I don't know how people can vote for Biden, but they would do it out of spite.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Well, at any rate, looks like we're 35 away from our goal tonight. Thank you, Carlos, for that. We are in the middle of overtime. You guys did get us within 50 there at the end. So we are doing our overtime. So let's give you the overtime we promised. I got 2 Brendan Schaub clips for you. These are both a lot of fun for different reasons. Brendan in this first clip is going to try and talk about medicine and disease.
Big words, right?
Brendan's going to talk about somebody who has some kind of condition. I honestly can't tell you what that condition is because I don't know what he's trying to say in this clip.
Okay.
I don't know. Let's go ahead and hit play on our first Brendan Schaub clip of the night. Here you are.
What he was dealing with, Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Right out the gate, huh? The Hodgkin's lymphoma.
He's got Hodgkin's lymphoma. Oh, no.
Brendan, I want to hold his hand and walk him through flashcards.
Like, he's not stumbling over it. It's on the fucking screen. He's just got to read it.
Lymphoma.
Lymphoma. There's no I in there. You're inventing letters. That's not like mispronouncing a name. It's not like the former Twins first baseman, Doug Minkiewicz, where you're trying to pronounce, you're like Minkiewicz. It's like, okay, I can see where you get that. That's how the letters are arranged. Brendan's adding letters in so he can pronounce it lymphoma.
Oh, he just had one of them floaters in his eye. He thought he saw an eyeball.
It's like when Adam Sandler's character is trying to learn to read in 50 First Dates, and he goes, pan clocks. Like, you added letters to make it say that. Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Does it get worse than this?
Yo,
How does this get worse?
Oh, this is a 1 minute, 10-second clip? Oh, Brendan's going to talk medicine. That's how this gets worse.
How do you treat the lymphoma?
Lymphoma? Oh, definitely you have to use ketotherapy.
It's kratom therapy.
Oh, kratom therapy. I'm sorry. Keto, the keto diet. Keto therapy, I believe, is what you
Could
have
be
to use.
either one.
Yeah.
Interchangeable.
All right.
What he was dealing with, Hodgkin's lymphoma, and hemophagocytic or some.
Hemophagocytic.
Hemophagocytic and lymphoma. Okay. All right.
Lymphoma, and hemophagocytic or some shit. Those, for sure, science make it short. Lymphocytius.
I know.
Okay, here's the words.
Hemophagocytic.
Okay, and then lymphohistiocytosis.
There you go. It's called pre-reading,
Buddy.
Brendan.
There's little chunks to the word. Just break it down and,
God damn it.
sound them out.
Which is a rare disorder of the immune system.
Yeah.
What he told me, because we're trying to get him on food truck.
Brendan, here, we should have our own Twitter where we retweet things for Brendan. And
Okay.
it's just like there's a different Twitter. It's a sub-Twitter. And it's called Brendan Twitter. And you go, that tweet is dissected and translated into Brendanese. And it would say, Rumble Johnson died of really bad stuff. Boom. And then Brendan doesn't have to
That's
look
it.
like a dick.
He's like, dude, I gotta go check in the hospital. What he told me is that the white blood cells were like attacking something in his body, and the healthy stuff. They're just.
Brendan, I can't watch this. It's painful.
You see, that's a medical term. The healthy stuff.
They were attacking the healthy stuff.
Brendan, were they attacking tissue? Were they attacking muscles?
Well, the
Were
white
they-
blood cells.
Yes, I understand that, Brendan. White blood cells are our blood cells that fight off infection and things
Yeah.
like that. And they were attacking what?
The good stuff.
Oh, that. Do you know specifically what the stuff was?
No, it's just all the good stuff.
Okay.
All the good.
Thank God he didn't choose to be a doctor, B.
What, you don't want him operating on you?
No.
What about a prostate exam?
Excuse me, nurse. Could we remove this doohickey over here? That's Brendan, those are his intestines. Yeah, the wormy things. They're in my way.
The wormy things.
The wormy things.
Attacking something in his body, and the healthy stuff. They're just his body just turned on. Like it was like the white blood cells were doing something. And I forget what it was. They were attacking something, or there's too much in his body.
So
I forgot what it was, but here's me trying to explain.
And I got to be honest with you, I'm not really sure what a white blood cell is. So he was either they were attacking him or he had too many of them.
What do those little dudes do again?
I don't know. Could you guys bring me out the operation board? I need to see.
Oh, he just starts playing up.
Yeah, I think it was water on the knee, actually, now that I think about it. And I think the white blood cells touched the metal sides of the board and they went bzzz.
It's actually the apple core in his throat.
Oh, yeah, the apple core.
It wasn't good. It wasn't good. Or maybe it was the red blood cells attacking the white blood cells.
Stop, Brendan.
Let's not do medical talk when we don't know.
He's got to have like a co-host, or as Joe Rogan said, a handler who just goes, I believe you.
Is Brendan a misinformation guy or what?
Yeah, I don't know. Accidentally. He doesn't even know it's misinformation. Brendan, white cells and red cells are very different things.
Yes, they absolutely do different duties.
They
in the
perform
body.
different functions. That's like saying, oh, yeah, Rumble Johnson, yeah, he was an MMA fighter. Or was he a baker? I can't remember. It was one of the two.
I think he was just a unicorn.
Yeah, could be. Or he had like too many jobs. I don't know.
And he was so low on white blood cells, it was like super dangerous for him.
Wait, did he have two? Go back. Did he have too many or too few?
They were attacking something, or there's too much in his body. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. Or maybe it was the red blood cells attacking the white blood cells. And he was so low on white blood cells, it was like super dangerous for him.
The hell?
Brendan, we believe you. You don't know. It's okay. Nobody's asking you. This isn't a test.
Buddy, you could just say, like, hey, one of these awesome fighters died. I'm sad.
Right.
Me sad.
Me, Brendan, me sad. That's the thing, Brendan. Keep it in your wheelhouse, buddy. You could be a good podcaster. You could probably be a funny guy. You're kind of a big, dumb oaf. Big, dumb oafs are funny. Yeah. But you got to keep it in your wheelhouse. If it's over 3 syllables, let it go. If it's medical, let it go. Just say bad shit happened and he's dead.
Watch Frozen and memorize it.
There you go.
Let it go.
Is a rare but potential fatal condition which certain white blood cells build up and damage, or there you go. So the
there you go. Yeah, Brendan nailed it. Fucking.
Just see, I said that. That was one of my options.
Yeah, I called that.
condition that he had is certain white blood cells build up and damage organs, including the bone marrow, liver, spleen, and destroy other blood cells. Dude, how about that? Commonly affects infants and young children.
It's super rare.
It's so nuts, dude. Go to what's the survival rate of it right there.
There you go. That's the end of the
What
first
is the survival weight?
What is the survival weight? I don't know.
63 pounds.
It's lower than your fighting weight. I can tell you that. God damn you, David, with another
Why?
1999. He says, hematolbout hogiminium liposuction. Oh, is that what it was?
Is David our sugar daddy now?
He is. I'm so gross because I'm so owned by David now.
I know. I do feel sponsored by David.
I'm covered in his cum. Oh, well, it must be a tough time for everyone else, and he's getting them through it. What a fucking saint.
Thank you.
$20 away from tonight's goal. If we hit it or we don't, we'll be fine. Tomorrow, we've got a VIP giveaway.
But for God's
So I
sakes,
think
no
we're
more
pretty good.
David.
But for
right?
God's sakes, David is not allowed to hit the goal for us tonight. He's pretty much knocked out 3/4 of it, as it were. Thank you to everybody else who chipped in, by the way.
It's insane.
Very nice of you. You're all remarkably kind. We got another Brendan clip here. This one's twofold. Number one, apparently Joe Rogan had some people out to Madison Square Garden for the last UFC card.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Guess who didn't get invited, and they feel a little salty about it.
Brendan.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
Not only that, Brendan, did you know Brendan Schaub has never been to Madison Square Garden before?
Never?
Never, he says. Here you go.
That doesn't...
I've been to Madison Square Garden. You know what
So have I.
You know what I want to say about Madison Square Garden that people might find controversial?
What?
It's an arena.
It was boring, yeah.
Yeah.
I got to shoot hoops. I thought that was kind of cool.
But it's just a place.
I agree.
It's a place where they play basketball.
It's more so oh, cool. I've seen Madison Square Garden now.
Right.
That's
Ali
it.
fought Frazier here.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That's crazy. Here we go. Brendan and Brian Callen talk about... And by the way, if you want to find out where you are in the Rogan pecking order, this segment probably solidified it for him.
This has to hurt for him because he considers himself friends with Rogan, right?
Yeah.
And all our friends, did you have... I had FOMO because all our buddies were in New York. Literally, Rogan was there, Schulte, Theo,
They're all there.
Jared Leto. All our friends are there, you know?
Yeah, well.
Had FOMO. Everyone was out there.
We didn't get invited, so.
Oh, see, this is where, when we were just starting on YouTube and be like, what are you trying to be, Red Bar? This is where I could never be Red Bar.
No.
This is
Red
just...
Bar would make fun of him and be mean.
He would be mean to these two
I'm
and
over
everything
here like,
else.
oh,
You
kind of want to
poor-
stroke him. Be
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be okay.
Guys,
bud."
it's okay. You're in the second rung of friends. That's all right. I mean, think of that list. Theo, Jared Leto, Andrew Schultz. First of all, Andrew Schultz was sent there by some Jewish managers in Hollywood. He
Just
wasn't
check
there.
things out.
Right. He's a made man. He's he's an industry created guy. He's a robo celebrity. So they just sent him out there. Theo Vaughn's very famous, obviously very funny guy. Jared Leto has been an Uber star for over a decade. So, I mean, I'm sorry, Brian, but you were one of the extra guys in The Hangover. You were the gym teacher in The Goldbergs. You're not really on the top of the list to go to Madison Square Garden for the Adesanya fight. That's all. And Brendan, how fucking dare you? The amount of shit you've talked about Dana White since you left the UFC. You were barely a ranked heavyweight at one point at your best. And ever since then, you've been basically jealously shitting on Dana. Yeah, are you guys surprised you didn't get invited?
Well,
Boy, I hope not.
I will say this for him, though. It is nice to see him admit that he had, I hate the word, but FOMO. Instead of just being shitty, I don't know, I just wasn't invited. No, he's actually telling us, I'm sad I wasn't
I know,
there.
that's why I can't shit on him too hard.
He's like a big kid.
We couldn't go, though.
Sure.
We couldn't go. Madison Square Garden.
Love to go to Madison Square Garden.
Masson Square Garden.
Masson.
Have you ever been to Masson Square Garden?
No.
God, he can't fucking speak. It's amazing. This is why I don't hate Brendan. Because he has the nerve to do a show where he talks. He does a talk show and he can't speak.
Masson Square Garden.
Masson Square Garden. Lymphomia.
The Good Stuff.
The Good Stuff.
Madison Square Garden.
Madison Square. No, it's not even Masson. It's Mass Square Garden.
Go. Madison Square Garden.
Mass Square Garden.
Mass Square.
Mass Square. It's spelled Masquare.
Oh,
Mass Square.
Okay.
Mass Square Garden.
Maybe he just doesn't have time to say the whole thing.
Exactly. It's a long, complicated name. What did I say? Anything over 3 syllables. Madison. That's
Mass
3.
Square. That's 2.
Mass Square. Mass Square Garden's only 2. See, he just shortens it up.
No,
so it can be
right.
Brendanized. The big building in New York
Brendanized.
they play basketball in. There you go. Perfect. Barclays. See, that one's easy.
So easy.
Go. Madison Square Garden.
Love to go to Madison Square Garden. Watch those fights.
I've walked by it. I've never been there.
A few moments later.
So now this is Brendan says, I've never been there. And then all of a sudden, the CTE goes away. He has a moment of clarity. And
Where did we watch the fight when you did the was Matt Mitrione and Fedor in New York? Wasn't it in New York that we watched the fight?
Oh, fuck. I worked Madison Square Garden.
How does one forget that? You just forget you worked at Madison
I believe
Square
when he was
Garden?
working for Showtime, they had him cover a card that was in Madison Square Garden.
I'm not even mad. Like, I don't understand.
It's adorable.
Yeah, it is. He's cute somehow.
It's like a giant puppy that someone gave a podcast to.
That is MSG then.
Oh, yeah. That is MSG.
That's what I was like remembering.
I've been there. That was nothing special. Now that I think about it. It was all right. Yeah, it was all up in
I was
Madison
going to
Square
say,
Garden.
once you get there, it's like.
Oh, look at those two. They didn't get
Oh.
invited to the big party. So now they're
Once
going,
you're there.
Yeah, once you're there, it's just, once you've seen one arena, you just kind of seen them all. So whatever the fuck.
They're all the same. It's all the good stuff.
Oh. So Brendan Schaub, we should, when we put this up as a clip, we should title it Dr. Brendan Schaub.
The good stuff.
Dr. Brendan Schaub doesn't get invited to a party.
Okay.
There you go.
That works.
Dr. Brendan Schaub. They're saying he reads better than 13% of the NFL. Stevie J says Mass Square Garden. Mass Square Garden.
Maskware.
Mass Square Garden. Not garden. Mass Square Garden.
Let me get this right. Mass Square Garn.
Mass Square Garden. You know what? Should we listen to it one more time?
I think so.
Let's listen to it one more time. And then we can find out how it's.
We couldn't go. Madison Square Garden.
Love to go to Madison Square Garden.
I don't know.
We couldn't go. Madison Square Garden.
Love to go to Madison.
I'm hearing
he
Mass Square
slurred
Garden.
Garden.
I'm hearing Mass Square Garden.
Mass Square.
Yeah. Paul Polito says him smushing, blending, and smacking his way towards destroying the English language is actually pretty hilarious. Right. I don't want people to think that this is like I feel like I'm talking to Lenny of Mice and Men. I ain't doing it out of meanness.
Dude, I've got a request for a Christmas gift now. I would like the Schaubism dictionary. Do you think somebody out there could make that?
That could be pretty
Somebody out there's had like a running list of all his words.
Yeah.
Somebody does.
There's got to be a Brendan Schaub dictionary somewhere. I've got some Opie. I don't have a ton of Opie, so I think this will be perfect for 8 minutes left. This is not like a full segment Opie kind of thing. I just got 3 really short clips.
Just a touch.
From the Opster, as it were. Opie's going to tell us the one show he would do.
This one?
That would be fucking crazy. Actually, I like those steel toe guys.
What if he sees all of Compound coming on here? You're friends with all of them now.
I'm going to get back in.
Maybe I could get a little rub
Yeah.
from this guy.
Let's see. Look, if me not shitting on him before counts as shitting on him, oh boy, could you imagine what he thinks now?
That was literally a non-shit on him.
It was a non-shit on.
It was a compliment.
The one show Opie would do, what do you think it is?
I would have said the Howard Stern show, but didn't he shit on that one?
Yeah, he's going to talk about Howard in a minute here.
Oh boy, I don't know then.
I'm going to tell you, I think he would go on, I'm going to say Bobby Kelly's podcast if he still has one. I don't know. Let's see.
Desire to do any radio shows at Sirius XM, to be honest with you. If you could go on any show right now, which one would you go on and why? Good question, but obviously.
Let's guess. would it be a show that would have him on? Or is he about to go, you know who I would grace with my presence and be like, yeah, we're full?
I'll go the other way. I think he's going to say, I don't need to be on a show.
All right.
I don't want a show.
Honestly, the answer would be Ron Bennington, just to laugh my ass off and have a good time. But I don't even have a desire.
See.
I don't really have a desire.
Yeah, sorry there, we're full. Sorry. Can't do a Ron Bennington.
I don't want to go.
To do any radio shows at Sirius XM, to be honest with you. But that's a good question. Maybe Legion of Skanks. I know they're doing a decent job.
I think they've made fun of you.
I don't think anyone else over there is really setting the world on fire. So,
says the guy on Facebook Live with 30 people.
He kind of has to be in a position when somebody asks him that. He's like, okay, who hasn't shit on me yet?
Right.
I've got to go on one that's in my favor.
That's about where we're at with Opie. All right, now he's going to shit on Howard Stern.
Okay.
And say that Howard Stern has no life. The guy who literally sits on Facebook Live in his apartment is going to tell the guy who still does a worldwide listened to radio show that he has no. And look, I'm not saying Howard Stern has a life. He doesn't.
He's got a cat.
But Opie is not the guy to deliver this message.
No, he's not.
I think Howard will re-sign in 2025. 100%. He has no life. That guy literally has no life unless he's doing that radio show.
Howard is literally the only guy who can look at Opie and go, yeah, I may have no life, but I got more of one than you do.
I mean,
there's no other person who could shit on Howard and then he could say that back to him.
I will say that the one time Howard got out recently for like a dinner, it was like all the bigwigs of like Hollywood.
Yeah, he was hanging out with Jennifer Aniston and shit.
Yeah, so I would say he's still got, some things going on.
Right. I don't think when Opie goes out to dinner, his family probably doesn't even go with him.
Right. You know what the difference is here? Howard has options.
Right.
Regardless of if he does
chooses
the thing,
not to. Yeah.
He's got the option. Opie does not.
Howard could still ask to go on any show in existence right now and they'd say yes.
Instantly.
If
I
Howard,
don't care how we might see him in like today's light or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's like everything has stopped if he wanted to come here.
Howard offers to go on Rogan. What does Rogan say?
Yeah.
In a heartbeat.
Right now.
In a heartbeat.
When can I do my show for you? So.
Yes, exactly.
His kids are all grown up. I think he's a grandfather by now. What else is he going to do with his life?
That sounds pretty great.
Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't Howard resign?
Why are you getting angry? Like, why does he always get to the point of answering a question where he's mad at the person who asked?
And why does he always have to elongate his words?
Why?
In 2025, he's got the easiest gig in America. He has to show up to work, once, twice a week, and not even every week. And he gets like something like 80 to 100 million a year. Of course he's going to resign. I don't know what you do with all that money if you're over 70 years old like he is. But
you just look at it, you spend it, yeah.
Stroke it, pet it,
jack off on it, use it as a Kleenex, whatever the fuck you want.
Wipe your ass with it.
You know what you do at 72 with the more millions you're making? Whatever the fuck you want to do.
Yeah, you can afford to get all the services coming to your house so you don't have to leave your house.
Of course, he has nothing better to do with his life. I may not re-sign Robin. Hoo-hoo, that old gag. Yeah, Howard has literally nothing else to do with his life. I know he's
Are we projecting a little?
You would kill to be in his spot. So.
Is somebody still a little jealous and upset at Howard all these years later? You would think obscurity would have like calmed Opie down a little bit.
No, it's because he's not on Sirius and Howard is.
Remember where he's like, I don't want to do a show anymore. I don't want to have a thing. I don't want to. Yes, you do, because you wouldn't be talking about all these people if you didn't.
He's a very good he's a very good painter. I've seen a few of his paintings. He's really, really good at it. So maybe he does that, man. Maybe he just turns into the next Bob Ross. He's got the fake hair for it.
Good one, Opie. Boy, I tell you, nobody roasts like the Opester. Huh?
I feel toasty over here.
Then we've got Opie kind of doing an about face. Remember last week, fuck Anthony. I wouldn't go to the Radio Hall of Fame with him. Fuck that guy. He's a piece of shit.
Oh, months ago, I'm never talking about Anthony again.
Yeah, well, now somebody wants to know about wants to tell him about how much Opie and Anthony meant to him.
Okay.
Now, when I told him this to book him for an interview, he said, you trashed me one time.
You said I had a family.
Right. Don't, you said I wasn't the funny one. I'm like, I didn't know this was a secret. But okay.
You're right.
I wasn't aware. You are apparently the only person on earth who did not know you weren't the funny one. But okay. Go ahead, Opie. Fuck Anthony. No more not rock and roll, Radio Hall of Fame. But now he wants to talk to one fan about how much Opie and Anthony meant to people.
Okay.
Opie don't want to kill her.
Stop that.
Stop it. Who are you, Brendan Shaw?
Just read it. I wish people just shut the fuck up and read it quietly if they're going to do that.
Right. Professional broadcaster Greg Opie Hughes, ladies and gentlemen. Professional broadcaster. The first 20 seconds of his video. Actually, you know what he's doing? He's actually in the middle of a powwow. He's doing one of those retreats at a sweat lodge, a Native American sweat lodge, and he's doing a chant.
It's just coming through him in spirit.
Right, exactly. Thank you for understanding.
Moving no.
It's literally half the video. We're halfway through this video.
Show them.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. There you go. I keep fucking that up.
I keep trying to do this.
I'm making people mad with that shit too lately.
I know.
So half the video, he's going, I'll show you. Here you go.
No.
Victor, can you please grab that for us if you end up
I never
hearing
want to
this?
hear this again.
I want that drop so bad.
Oh. I don't. No, I don't want anything to do with Anthony. Literally, I don't want anything to do with Anthony Cumia.
I want that as a drop too. I now know
we're never really friends.
Oh, Anthony was never my friend.
He just pulled in Adrian Washington.
Anthony was never my friend, and I thought we were friends. No, I just found out he politely laughed at my joke so it wouldn't be totally silent in the studio, and I didn't have the self-awareness to get it at the time. Fuck him, I hate him. This sounds like a scorned lover.
It is a scorned lover. And I also want a drop of him saying, I literally want nothing to do with Anthony Cumia ever again, just so we can play it every time he talks about Anthony.
That guy sounded like a scorned lover. This guy just sounds like a retard.
We all
if you're going to do that, you might as well just read it.
You have to either read it or shut the fuck up and read it quietly.
Right.
None of this mushmouth shit.
You've been in broadcasting since you were 18.
You never know.
Stop making annoying voice sounds in my ear. I would rather listen to Brendan Schaub name medical diseases.
I'd rather listen to a mosquito in my ear.
I don't. No, I don't want anything to do with Anthony. Literally, I don't want anything to do with Anthony Cumia.
You hear that, Ant? Your dreams won't be answered today. I know you wanted him to talk to you real bad, but he wants nothing to do with you.
Anthony's crying now.
Face.
How dare you, Opie?
I now know we were never really friends.
But I don't know who I don't know who.
I don't want to go there, bro. I mean...
You've been saying you don't want to go there for 8 years, and every time you fucking go there. That's like Charlie Brown looking at Lucy and going, I'm not kicking that fucking football today.
Dude, I think we should just fucking full on go there, man, or you're never getting over it.
Just kick the goddamn
Let's
football.
Just do it.
You go to kick the football, the rest of us will pull it away, and we'll do the same comic strip we've been doing the last 8 years. How's that sound?
Shoot your shot, man.
Shoot your shot, Ope. Shoot your shot.
Damn.
I'm so happy the Opie and Anthony show meant so much for so many people, but in the end, it'll be just a part of my glorious life.
Just a part. Come on. Opie, without the Opie and Anthony show, you're Greg Hughes, the wacky overnight guy at a Long Island FM station. That it's not a small part of your otherwise illustrious life. It's pretty much the whole thing.
Every time we watch a clip of him, it is so obvious like why that show was any kind of successful, and it wasn't him.
You're saying it's not because of the... You saying that guy wasn't the broadcasting genius?
He's obnoxious.
That doesn't work?
Anthony has a mouth of gold compared to that.
Jesus.
You know what I mean?
And Jim Norton had a chest of it when he would get tinkled on. All right, guys, that's going to do it for tonight. Thank you very much to David for basically propping us up all on his own.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night, we're going to start an hour earlier, so there will be no overtime and no goal. We'll just give away a VIP on tomorrow's show, if that were tomorrow night's evening show. The morning show will start at 6 a.m. It will go till hopefully 10:30. Hopefully we knock it out and do overtime tomorrow. Again, thank you very much, David. You are an
Thank you,
absolute
David.
gentleman. We appreciate it. You're a hero.
Let me know when I can get you, extra.
And we will talk to you all tomorrow morning. April, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And to the rest of you,